104.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
This must be the year for dating.
Why do you say that?
It seems like every single email that we get in for a second date update this past year has said, "This is the best date I've ever been on in my entire life." So everybody's apparently having the best dates of their entire life this year. Wow. Why are we getting so many emails for second date updates then? I don't know. But Cassie, who's on the phone right now for a second date update, said that she had the best date of her entire life.
I used to say bold statement, but I don't know that it is anymore. Maybe the bar is just low enough, finally.
Yep. So, Cassie, why don't you tell us about your best date of your entire life?
Hello.
All right,
How
Cassie.
are you doing?
You sound like you're still smiling, Cassie, so that's good.
Yeah, I am, and I'm trying to still.
Even though you're obviously not getting a call back, but that's cool.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but hopefully you guys can help me.
Yeah, we'll see. We do help a lot of people.
No, we don't.
Not really,
No.
but we'll try. So tell us a little bit about the dude you want to call today. Who'd you go on a date with?
His name is Levi, and we did go on a lovely dinner date.
Oh, the best date ever.
It really was, until he just stopped contacting me.
Yeah, that usually makes it a lot worse. So, all right, Cassie, like I said, everybody seems to be saying they've had the best date of their entire life. Why was it so special?
We went to a really nice restaurant.
Okay, heard that before.
Don't be bored with her story. Listen to her.
Go ahead,
Poor
Cassie.
Cassie.
Well, I hear most guys say they don't want to invest too much in a first date, so it is a nice thing when it's a nice restaurant that isn't cheap.
Okay.
Good point.
So it was really nice. The dishes were like at least $30-$40 per person. And he did everything that, like a traditional mom would tell you to look for in a guy, like pulling out the chair for you, opening the door for you. Good. He even, was so weird. He even, stood up when I came back from the bathroom, and I've never experienced that before. I was like, wait, what's going on? Are we leaving?
Yeah.
That's really funny.
For I am a gentleman. I stand when a woman enters the room. I'm waiting for you to be seated, and then I will take my seat as well.
Oh, my God.
Good thing I didn't say that, because I was like, oh, wait, no, he's doing that old school chivalrous thing. I was like, wow, this is really interesting.
So he was really polite, is what it sounds like, which is lovely and sad that is what makes it the best date ever, or was there something else?
No, there's more. It's what's so weird about it. So he wasn't only polite, he was engaging and interesting, and he had a sense of humor. He asked me questions about myself. He didn't just go on and on about himself. It was like, really? He had my interest.
Yeah, it sounds refreshing and lovely.
Sounds like you went out with a knight of the round table who has learned to travel to the future.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he's not calling you back. He had to go back and fight some
dinosaurs?
dragons or
really?
something. Whatever they were fighting, I don't know.
What goes on in your head, dude?
It sounds like a true gentleman, Cassie. So
Anyway, the dinner date was awesome. Everything ended well. Big bill, I'm sure, because we ordered everything. And then we were walking out, and he was like, I really don't want this date to end. Do you? And I said, actually, no, I'm having a really good time.
Oh, that's such a nice moment.
Cute.
But I thought he was I was like, okay, is this the point where he's going to ask me to go back to his place? And then that's going to just be, everything downhill from there. And I was waiting for it. But he said, well, let's just get in my car and we'll go find something fun to do. And we ended up at a mall.
What?
What?
Yeah.
I thought you said something fun to do. Why were you at a mall?
Yeah.
Well, it just kind of ended up in our conversation. We were just yapping about something. And I was like, oh, you know what? That actually is not a bad idea. There's something I wouldn't mind, stopping at Sephora, pick up a couple things that I know I need.
Okay, Cassie, now we're running errands on our date, okay?
Doesn't
I
sound
don't
amazing.
know.
Well, it was an excuse to keep the date going. He suggested mall, and I was like, sure, why not? And
So
so
you took
if you
him
tell
to
me
Sephora.
after you did that, you guys went and picked up some dry cleaning, I'm going to lose it. This sounds like an amazing time.
But yeah, so we went in the mall. I stopped at Sephora. He actually goes with me, which was weird. Usually, a guy would just be like, I'll be out here. So I go and get my stuff, and he just, butts in front of me and puts his credit card down and buys it for me.
Nice.
Whoa.
Yeah.
$50, of, cream and foundation and stuff. I'm like, wait, what? Why are you doing this? And he's just like, oh, I just want to see you smile.
Aww.
You're like, okay, sir, come with me to the next store then. I
Okay,
will
yeah,
smile
that
even
does-
bigger.
It does sound like the best date of your entire life. I wish somebody would take me out and just buy me things.
Yeah, actually, it did continue. I went into another store, and I was like, surely he's not going to keep doing this. I just saw something in the window. I was like, oh, that looks cool. And what do you know? He buys that for me, too.
Baller.
And I kept trying to say, stop. You don't have to do this. This is like, and he's like, no, please let me. I enjoy giving, and, I'm enjoying my time with you.
Wow. Okay. So other than credit card debt, how did the date end?
Very nice. He just took me back to my house and dropped me off, and it definitely ended with a nice kiss.
Aww.
And that's when I told him, I was like, this is probably the best date I've ever been on. And, I was like, thank you very much. And he said, don't say that yet because we have another date coming up very soon together.
Oh, cute. Way to take control, sir.
Attaboy.
Obviously, he was lying, though, because you haven't gone out again.
Yeah. How long ago was it that he said that?
That was like a couple weeks ago. And, that was the last time we spoke about it. I mean, he hasn't, we haven't spoken on the phone. We've just kind of texted a little bit, but not made any concrete plans. So he hasn't really followed up with what he said.
Yeah. A few weeks I would not consider very soon.
No.
Yeah. And it's frustrating because we've kind of talked about the dates, but nothing's really happening. And I do want to see him again.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call him and get your second date update, all right?
Thank you.
Okay, hang on.
MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Cassie is on the phone, and she said she had the best date of her entire life with a dude named Levi. They went out for a very nice dinner, and then at the end of dinner, Levi looked at her and he said, "Congratulations, Cassie. You just won a luxurious shopping spree. You'll be whisked away to the local mall. We'll head on over to Sephora and buy you a bunch of perfume and other facial crap. And then you get a pair of new shoes. Cassie, this is what life is like when you're dating Levi." Is that kind of how it went, Cassie? Pretty much?
I guess that was pretty much it, except for non-game show, like no music and announcer.
That's too bad.
Well, then it couldn't have been the best date of your entire life because every really good date involves a game show announcer. Cassie went to the mall with this dude after they had dinner, and he bought her a bunch of stuff. And then they had a kiss. He said he had another huge surprise planned for their second date, but now the conversation has fizzled out.
And what are you feeling with him right now? Are you still liking him a lot? Are you too frustrated?
I still like him. He's slightly frustrated, but I also am thinking there could be another girl involved, so I just want to get an answer.
Oh, like he hasn't had time because he's dating other women.
Possibly, or he has a girlfriend. And
If he is seeing somebody else, he's spending a lot of cash if that's the way he dates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Cassie, here we go. I'm going to dial this one over right now.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, can I speak to Levi?
Yeah, this is him.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
From what?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, okay.
Have you listened to the show before?
I have not.
Okay, cool.
Thanks.
Don't blame you,
Yeah.
Levi. I don't even want to listen when I'm here, you know?
No, it's not personal. I'm just not a big radio guy.
Okay. Yeah, but for me, it's personal, though. Anyway, let's not talk about that. I want to talk to you because we got an email from one of our listeners about you.
You got an email about me?
Yeah, it's from a girl named Cassie.
Cassie emailed you about me?
Yeah, she did. We do a segment on our show called The Second Date Update. So Cassie says that you had a wonderful date together, but you've kind of been blowing her off recently, and she feels like you don't want to go out again.
Wait. I just want to clarify. Other people have done this, right? I'm not the first guy that you've been contacted about.
Does that make you feel better about the situation if other people have done it before you?
Well, I just want to make sure that, I'm not the first.
No, but you're the best, Levi.
Yeah.
You're not the first. We do a lot of these.
Okay. First of all, I just want to say that my date with Cassie was the best date I've ever been on, and I had a great time, and I really, really, really want to go out with her again. I'm just not ready.
You're not. Why aren't you ready?
Well, to be completely honest, I'm kind of broke. That first date kind of tapped me out, and I'm trying to save up enough money to take her on a second date.
Oh, no, dude.
Levi?
thought you were some
Oh,
baller or
man.
something.
Why are you paying for all this expensive stuff if you don't have the funds to do that? Like buying her the makeup and the shoes.
Oh, she told you about all that stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we talked to her about your date. She said you guys went to a really nice dinner, and then afterwards you took her to the mall, and you were like, "Throw it in the bag, girl. Buy you whatever you
No,
want."
look, it's not really a big deal, guys. I got a second. I'm driving for Uber now, and so between that and my real job, I really think that it's going to be easy to take her on dates like that. I just wasn't planning ahead because I didn't know I was going to meet her.
Did you say you just got an
Wait,
Uber job?
Levi, you took a second job in order to take Cassie out again?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That is so sweet and so wrong all at the same time.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I mean, look, let's be honest. What's money for if not to spend it on people you like?
Sounds like money for you should be to save it, but
Yeah. You realize when you go out on a date, you don't have to break the bank, right?
Well, you don't know Cassie, but she's definitely worth breaking the bank. I mean, I'd even rob a bank. Not a big bank, but like a small bank.
not a big bank, but a medium-sized bank.
That's illegal, but sweet.
Yeah.
If you don't have the bank, don't spend it. No?
No, I get that. It's just, I think nowadays, it's just a nice concept to be able to take somebody out. And if I'm the one asking them out, I want to be the one who can, make it a date.
Okay, I agree
Right.
with you there. I do. I think that if you're the one that's asking, then you should be the one that treat. But she likes you for a lot of reasons, and there's a lot of other less expensive date options than taking them to the mall. Like you could go, I don't know, to coffee, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. In the dating climate nowadays, I think too many guys are content just being, typical. And I wanted to wow her. And I still want to wow her on our next date. That's the point. And this promotion that Uber's offering right now, if I give 150 rides in a 3-week period, I get a bonus $500. So I was out last night until 4 a.m. giving
gosh.
rides to a lot of drunk people, and it was totally worth it.
Dude.
Levi, I think
What do
that is so kind, but you're missing the point. That's not how you wow a woman. It's not with money. You wowed Cassie because you listened to her, that you engaged her, you pulled the chair out for her, you made her feel respected and important.
Well, regardless, guys, of what we agree or disagree on, can you do me a favor and just let Cassie know that I am totally on board for another date, and if she can just wait a few more days, I'm going to give her the best next date ever.
Whoa. Okay. Well, I'll let her know, but you kind of already did because she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What do you mean?
I mean, we have multiple phone lines, and she's been on one of them listening to you talk.
Oh.
Hello. How you doing?
Oh, look, and there she is.
Yeah.
Modern technology. Isn't it awesome, Levi?
Hi.
Hi, Levi.
Have you been listening long?
Yeah, I listened to everything.
There was no time where you stepped away from the phone?
No, I heard it all. It's okay. I'm really glad to, just hear something because, I was really starting to wonder and just think that, okay, maybe there's another girl or you lost interest or I did something.
Cassie, no other girls. You are the only girl I want to hang out with. I just really wanted to show you a great date.
And I get that. I think that that's amazing. I really, really, after hearing your story now, I'm so amazed that you would go to that extent. But you really, you don't have to go that crazy. I mean, especially we're just getting to know each other. We should focus on getting to know each other, not just about the money. I mean, you're really awesome. I want to spend time with you.
Well, let's say on our next date, I got you 2 pairs of shoes instead of 1. I mean, you're not going to turn that down, right?
Okay, that is not necessary. I eventually I'm going to run out of places to put things if we keep it up like that.
Well, we could get slippers. They're more space efficient.
Yeah. Or you could take a third job and build you a new closet.
No.
Levi, it's almost like insulting to her. She's more than just wanting shoes, man. She wants you. She wants your personality. She wants how you make her feel.
Not only do I want to listen to Cassie and hear and respond with her, but I also want to be able to buy her things because that's the total package. And that's what that's what women dig, and that's awesome.
No, what
You got me
Cassie's-
excited about it. I can't wait to meet a dude like that.
Well,
Levi.
Cassie, but Levi, you're enough. That's what I'm saying. You're enough. You don't need the other stuff. You are the total package without the shoes.
Yes, exactly. You don't. I mean, it's going to be detrimental. Like if we were in a relationship and you were just busy working all the time to make the money and then just giving me gifts, if I don't have a connection with you because you're gone, then that's not the total package. That's like a lopsided package.
All right. When we were at the door, after we kissed, you told me that was the best date you'd ever been on, right?
Yes.
And that was because I got you the stuff at Sephora and I got you the shoes.
You are listening.
No, it's not because of that. That was just like an extra, like icing on the cake, totally unexpected. But I was already interested in you from our conversation at dinner and how polite you were. I mean, if you were rude and awful and then you said you want to take me shopping, it would have been weird. I probably would have said, no, I'm good. I don't want to spend any more time with you.
Oh.
So it wasn't the money.
See?
Okay, I hear you. It wasn't the money. But just so you know, I've been saving up a lot for our next date.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And he's
Levi.
been
Keep
driving
it.
until 4 a.m, carting around drunk people, just trying to make some cash so he can take you out again, Cassie.
Totally not necessary. How about we just go to dinner somewhere that's inexpensive and we just take a walk somewhere where there's no money involved, no shopping, like something simple on a beach or whatever.
Oh, I could rent a parasail and we could fly around on that?
No.
Don't spend
Levi.
any money. Hey,
I mean,
all right.
literally, the only red flag with you right now at this point is your money management skills. Like, you need to stop, man.
How about this? Would you go out on a second date with Cassie? We will pay for it.
See?
And you can't spend any money on it, though.
I got to respectfully decline, guys, because I'm going to pay for it, and you guys can't pay for anything. This is my date.
Oh, my gosh.
It's just the principle of the matter.
You're arguing whether or not we pay for your date that you can't afford?
I'm going to be paying for stuff, and that's how it is.
Oh.
Okay, it's fine. You can pay for stuff, but let's not be spending the whole time paying for stuff. Like just pay for a dinner and then a little dessert, and then that's fine. That's it. No shopping. How about that?
So that's probably a good idea, because I should be driving Uber by 10:30. That's when you get the biggest bonus.
Oh, dude.
Okay, cool. So
Oh,
we're in
Levi.
agreement then. You guys are going to go out one more time.
Yes.
Cassie, I'm really excited for our next date. I don't want to give away too much, but it does involve a limousine and endangered animals.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
What?
wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't care. I want to go on this date.
Yeah,
It sounds really interesting.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Looking for the perfect birthday or anniversary gift or a special date night? Well, then you need Zodart, Seattle's only exotic car rental company. Visit Zodart.com to book an exotic special car for that very special day.
MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The girl who's on the phone to do a second date update today says that she got into a fight with the guy she went out with. And not just any normal fight, a battle for the ages.
Oh, really?
Yes. Because they went to a martial arts class, I guess, for their first date. I think that's a fun first date, but I would only do it if it was like full contact. You actually got to hit each other.
Oh, no.
Rachel, was it full contact, and did you guys just beat the crap out of each other for a couple hours?
I mean, I guess you could say that.
Oh, my gosh. You're picturing like MMA style fighting right now, aren't you?
Your email said that you guys went to take a martial arts class on your first date. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was like, it's the Kookaburra. What's it called? Starts with a C. It's like a...
You're talking about
Oh, the Brazilian.
capoeira?
Yeah, capoeira.
Yeah, that's like the Brazilian like dance martial art fighting.
Wow.
I've done that before. It was really hard for me because I don't have rhythm.
You definitely have to have rhythm. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Was
Was
it
it-
good? Did you enjoy it?
I honestly did. I mean, it was a great workout. The cardio was crazy. You definitely had to like keep up with it, you know. But good thing I'm pretty fit. So
Okay, so how'd you meet this guy?
I was on a dating website, and this guy Paul and I started up a conversation. I'm not gonna lie, he was really cute, super fit, which drew me to him to begin with. And he's really into martial arts and all that stuff. So I thought that was super cool, something different, you know, not so much just like CrossFit.
Yeah. You want to go do some burpees? See how many burpees you can do. And if you don't update your Facebook status about it, I can't date you after.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah, that's a lot cooler.
Right, yeah. So I was like, okay, that's interesting, So our conversation went really well, and so we set up a time, and we met there. There was just one thing that really threw me off.
What's that?
He was, like, a lot shorter than me, like, up to my shoulder short.
Oh, my gosh.
no.
Are you really tall?
No, I'm 5'5.5". Like,
So he's like 5'3"?
Whoa.
yeah.
Up to
Wow.
your shoulders.
Give it up for the short dudes.
I just really hope that it didn't show on my face that I was shocked.
Did you know that he was that short before you guys met in person?
Not at all. Not at all. And I mean, I feel bad and I'm not shallow, but I can't say that if he did tell me that I would have went on the date,
Yeah.
Really? Because I always think short guys, they're almost always the best to date. Because the tall, hot girls don't want to date them. So they're always usually really attractive and they try harder.
Yeah. We have to work harder for everything.
Yeah.
Like to get things off of a top shelf. Do you know how hard that is for me? I've had to work my entire life. Tall guys don't have to work for anything. They get everything just handed to them. Do you think that he was thrown off because he was shorter than you? I mean, I'm assuming that's a regular problem for him if he's that short.
I mean, we didn't obviously bring it up. I didn't bring it up, and it just kind of went with it. And luckily, the class was about to start, so like I didn't really have too much time to like dwell on it. But I burned a lot of calories, and it was a great workout. So I mean, all in all, it was definitely a win-win.
How was your interaction with him? Like, the class was fun, but what about your guys' conversation?
Our conversation really, I mean, it took off, and it just kept going. He asked to get smoothies after, and so we went, and it made me totally forget how short he was. I'm not going to lie.
That's good.
That's good that you're able to see past that. So no matter how short he is, you still want a second date with him.
Yeah, no, definitely. He told me he was going to hit me up. So, we ended the date, and I had a lot of fun. I honestly went home, told my roommate all about him. I was really excited, but he never hit me up. So, I mean, I texted him, hey, what's up? And he never texted me back, so I texted him again, and he's blowing me off. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he, I mean, how would you rate his confidence level?
I mean, probably with the date, a 10, Like, he could tell I was really into him and really feeling him.
Yeah. So the short thing shouldn't even be an issue at all.
No, I mean, if anything, it should be a problem for me, and it's not. It's not even an issue.
How long has it been since you texted him?
I'd say about a week.
About a week. Okay, so he's definitely not getting back to you for a reason then.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super bummed out because, like I said, I thought we had a connection, and it kind of sucks. Like, I feel, I don't know, like thrown to the side in a sense.
We hear a lot of bad dates, and your date actually sounds really enjoyable.
Well, we're going to play a song, come back, call him, and find out wherever rainbow he's currently living at with his little pot of gold. And get him on the
bad.
and get him on the phone and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, hang on.
MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right. It's time for the second part of today's second date update. Yep. Short people, no reason to live. I know. And I am a short guy, and I know that the struggles of short guys are very real. And Rachel is on the phone right now. She wants us to call a guy named Paul. They went out on a date. She thinks that Paul might not be calling her back because he's quite a bit shorter than she is, and she is actually pretty short. So he's a really short dude. She thinks that maybe he might have had a problem with her being taller. Not a lot of guys who are short like taller women. Personally, I love it. I like it when a girl is as tall as possible. Like, I want to date a WNBA player. That's what I want. But maybe it turned him off. They went out and they did a little martial arts together, a little capoeira, the Brazilian martial art. And they got some smoothies after. And since then, she hasn't heard anything from him. She's tried texting him a couple times and nothing. Are you ready to call him, Rachel?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Did you guys get a kiss or anything? I never asked you that. Did you kiss him goodbye or?
Maybe. A lady doesn't kiss and tell.
Yeah, she does. I tell everybody
Well,
when I do.
Well, I was just going to make sure that you did that instead of like patting him on the top of the head, telling him that the date was fun. You know, you didn't do that, right?
I definitely did not do that.
Okay. All right, I'm going to dial his phone number right now.
Hello.
Hi, I was looking for Paul.
Yeah, this is Paul.
Paul, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
From where?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show. You got a second to talk about something?
Depends. What's this about?
It's about somebody who's been trying to track you down.
Sounds so
I know that sounds
mysterious.
creepy.
Track me down. What are you talking about?
So you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners. Her name is Rachel.
Yeah, I know Rachel.
Okay, and Rachel wanted us to call you because she wants to know if something went wrong on your date and why you're not calling her back.
What? Why would she do that?
Because she liked you. She liked you and wanted to see you again, and she said that she sent you a text message and then you never responded after you guys went out.
She told you that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not what happened.
What do you mean that's not what happened? I definitely texted you and you never texted me back. You told me that you wanted to hang out.
Okay, that was a little early.
Wait, what's going on? Is she on the phone?
Yeah, she was supposed to wait until I cued her, but she went for it. Paul, that's Rachel. She wanted to talk to you.
I've been wanting to talk to you. I don't understand why you didn't hit me back up. That's what you said you were going to do.
Oh, my God. You sent me, like, the craziest texts. I was scared.
What?
You were scared? Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's exactly why you didn't hit me back up.
Rachel, why are you suddenly angry? I'm so confused. I thought you really liked this guy and you wanted to go out with him again.
Can I tell you my side of the story?
No, you said enough or haven't even said anything at all.
Rachel, you were supposed to wait so we could try to get the story out of him.
Yeah.
I told you what the story's about, okay? I just wanted to get him on the phone so I could tell him off because no one brushes me off.
What?
What the heck?
So you were lying about
You
that?
didn't even give me a chance to explain. You don't even know what happened.
You don't even need to talk. You need to just listen, okay? I'm so much more than what you're treating me like. And next time, don't tell somebody that you're going to hit them back up and not do it, okay? Because that's really messed up.
Rachel, you only went on one date with him. Why?
You know what? You're not in this conversation anymore. I'm talking to Paul. This is the only reason why I called your station.
Yeah, but Rachel, I want to get Paul's story still. He says he has a
I
story.
was talking to Paul, okay?
Yeah. Okay,
Wow.
Rachel, I'll let you yell at
All
Paul
right.
in a second. I promise. But I want to get his story at least.
There is no story. He just didn't call me.
Well, we don't know that. We don't even have a reason for why he didn't call you. Let him at least talk. Paul, tell us why you're not calling her back. I think I might already know,
Thank you.
but
Thank you. Look, the date went well. I liked her. She was a really nice girl, and it was going good. I was going to go on a second date with her.
Well,
She sent me the
obviously not good enough.
Look, let me just finish. Can I finish my side of the story? You had a chance to talk. Look, the first text she sends me, the day after the date around noon, I'll read it to you. She said, "Hey, I had so much fun. When are we hanging out again?"
Okay.
I was driving on the freeway, right? I didn't have a chance to pull over. I'm not going to get a ticket for texting. And I got home, and I had a million other things to do, and I forgot to text her back.
Right.
okay.
And later that same night, she sends me a second text saying, WTF. 3 explanations. WTF. You could have had the decency to text me back. Is this what you do to all your dates? Show them a good time, then blow them off. 3 question marks.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because you didn't text me back. You promised me that you were going to text me back the next day, and you never did. I was looking at my phone all day. I literally sat there. I had nothing else to do but just look at my phone. All I was waiting for was a text message from you, and I never got it. I don't understand.
Oh, my God.
You're really
I
making me
made
pissed
one little
off.
mistake, and I forgot to
You're
text you
supposed
back.
to stick to your word. You promised me that you would text me back, and you never did.
Oh, my God. Are you guys listening? Are you guys listening to her right now?
Yeah, I am. I don't want to make her mad, so I'm just kind of letting her do her thing.
Can you believe this? This is not only 24 hours after our date. She's texting me this.
Whoa.
It seems a little premature to me, honestly, Rachel.
First date.
Well, I don't care what you guys think.
I mean, maybe, well, listen, maybe you've been hurt in past relationships and you have some trust issues. Obviously, maybe you take a little time off of dating because it doesn't sound like you're quite ready.
You don't even know me. You don't know what my life's about. Who are you? Are you a therapist?
You need a therapist.
You don't need to speak. You don't need to speak anymore. Jose, you clearly keep laughing like a hyena, so you need to shut up.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Rachel, I'm on your side, Rachel.
Oh, my God, of
I
course
think
you are.
I think Paul's an idiot for not texting you back sooner.
No wonder you're f***ing single. You got your head drums. Are you even listening to the words that are coming out of your mouth right now?
The reason why I'm single is because I keep dating assholes like you.
Maybe it's you. Maybe it's you.
Maybe it's me. Yeah, I highly doubt that.
You sent me 18 question marks. And
Oh my God! Now
underneath
it's
it you put
18. Really? Who's being dramatic
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, who's counting that?
Whatever. It doesn't even matter. matter. The only reason why I called you guys in the first place is to get this asshole on the phone so I could just tell him off, because he better never do this ever again. And you guys, honestly, Jubal, you're an asshole. Hello, you're total asshole.
Oh.
And Jose, do I need to say you're even more of an asshole? So, bye.
Come on.
Wow.
She sounds
That's
like a
awesome.
dream.
She hung up the phone. Paul, are you still there?
Wow.
What the was that?
Hey, I don't know.
She's lunatic.
Yeah, it sounds kind of like it. This was a call you weren't expecting to have to go through today, was it?
No.
You really didn't see any of that type of person on your date with her?
She seemed so nice until she started texting me all that crazy
Well, Paul, it was nice to meet you. Normally at the end of these things, I ask people if they want to go out on a second date with the person that called, but since she hung up, I can't exactly offer you guys another date.
Could I get some free concert tickets instead?
Sure.
Everybody
I'll see if I
wants
can. I'll just get you one ticket so you can go by yourself so you never have to go on a date ever again with anybody else, okay?
Sounds good to me.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Today's second date update is a little different from the others because the girl that's on the phone to do a second date update today has actually had 3 dates with the guy that she wants to call.
What?
Oh, that's breaking the rules. I mean, come on.
Normally the rule is 1 date and that's it.
Yeah.
Not 3 dates because that's kind of more of a relationship type
Yeah.
thing. And that's not a second date update. That'd be a 4th date update. But I went ahead and I talked to the girl and she offered me $1,000 cash if we would do the second date update for her anyway. And you know what? Rules are meant to be broken sometimes. So, Kate, you will have my PayPal request in just a little while, okay?
Yes, I'll get it right
All
out
right.
to you.
You didn't know this second date update was going to cost you $1,000, did you, Kate?
Well, I didn't, but I mean, I hope it's worth it. I swear, when you hear the story, you're going to understand why.
Okay, so
Really?
your email said that you've been out on 3 dates with this guy, and now he's just stopped calling you. Tell us a little bit about him.
Okay, so his name is Andrew.
Uh-huh.
It sounds really cheesy, but we were doing like a volunteer charity event, and we met there, and we were working together, so we just had a lot of time, you know, to like hang out and talk and stuff. And, you know, we had a connection, and he asked me out on a date, and since then, it's just kind of been like a whirlwind, you know what I mean?
Like you're super into him and you see this going into like relationship status?
Yeah, I mean, obviously not like right now at this moment because I'm calling you for a reason, but no, it was definitely like I felt like it was headed in that direction. Yeah.
What did you guys do for your date? Dates plural.
So my first date, it was actually really romantic. We went on one of those dinner cruises, which I probably would have hated if it was someone that I turned out not to be attracted to. But we had so much fun, you know. Like if I needed to be trapped on a boat with anyone, that would be the person that I would want to be trapped on a
Yeah,
boat.
that's actually a good idea for guys to take girls on a dinner cruise date for the first date because there's nowhere to go.
Yeah. But
I
it
didn't
does
even think
say
about that.
it does say that he was like really into you, because if a guy is going to devote that much time and energy into a first date, he's obviously wanting to impress you.
Yeah.
Screw time and energy, just cash. That's not a cheap date at all. Okay, so you went on a dinner cruise. That's cool. What'd you do for your other dates?
Yeah. The next date, we went on one of those like wine and tasting events, like at a bar, which was, you know, like super casual, and it was fun because there were other people there, and so we got to sort of like spend more time in a group of people and see what that dynamic is like, and it was really fun. And then my third one was so sweet because I was really stressed out at work, and I think I had mentioned it like a couple times in conversation, and so he booked us a couples massage.
What? That's like relationship status stuff.
Yeah. So we definitely like took our relationship to the next level after that. And I'm, you know, like starting to feel emotionally connected to him and putting in, you know, feelings and effort and time. And since then, it has been complete radio silence.
That's weird.
That is totally weird.
To put that much effort into all those dates.
I know.
And by effort, you still mean money, don't you?
Pretty much. But I mean, you don't buy somebody a couples massage
Right.
if you don't care about them.
Absolutely.
No, no, I mean, I wouldn't spend that much money, and I just can't believe he's, like, spent that much money for just a hookup.
Right.
Like, that seems like a lot of work.
That was the first night you guys hooked up after the couples massage?
Yeah.
So he stopped calling you after the first night that you hooked up?
Yes, I know.
Oh.
And it's like textbook. I know, but the lead up is so confusing because it's, everyone's been in the hookup situation before, whether they like intended to or not. You know what I
Right.
mean? And it usually doesn't have that much build up. Usually someone doesn't put in that much time and effort and then go completely off the grid.
It sounds like he was doing all that just to get in your pants,
No,
if I'm
it
being honest.
doesn't.
Well, it does if he's doing all those.
Seriously, would you do that much?
I wouldn't know, but a lot of guys would. I mean, if he's putting in all that effort and then stops calling you the moment that you guys hook up, sounds like that's all he wanted.
I don't know. I also, like, in my head, I'm kind of like wondering, was he like just getting out of a relationship and did he fix things? Did he go back to someone?
See-
And like all of it is totally like, if that were the case, life happens. Some kind of answer, just some kind of conversation telling me what happened.
I'm
That's
sure
where
you've-
my mind goes to. I think, did you stay the night at his house?
Yeah.
What was it like in the morning?
It was really nice. It wasn't like hookup. You know what I mean? It's, when it's a hookup. You're a woman. Like, you've been there.
No, most women don't know when it's a hookup. I'll tell you that much.
I totally disagree with that. No.
I disagree too. With
No,
that too.
most don't know. That's why there's clingy women who will text you after and think that they're in a relationship when they're not. It happens all the time. I'm sorry.
I think she's right. I think the majority of women know when a hookup is just a hookup.
I completely agree.
Okay, well, maybe the guy's a player and he's really good at it and you don't know.
If that's what he's doing, he's really good.
So I'm sure you've thought about it a ton then. If you don't think it's just a hookup thing and he was just kind of using you, then what do you think it is?
I'm trying to think of anything at this point. I mean, that's why I need your help.
I'm really interested to see why he would stop calling you after all those elaborate dates.
And leaving his house, that was the last time you've talked to him.
No, there've been like texts, like little texts, like, I've been busy. Like, oh, you're just suddenly so busy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's like scheduling cruises and massages, and then all of a sudden his schedule just got so packed. All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on.
MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Kate,
Yeah?
seriously? I can't even believe that you want to call this dog back. Like, seriously, girl, you need to move on to greener pastures, okay? Because he totally used you, and now he's not calling you back, and I wouldn't even give him the time of day. You should not be doing a second date update. You need to move the along, all right? Snap out of it, girlfriend. Let's you and I go get some Cosmos and talk about this.
In your mind, this is how female conversations go, isn't it?
That was my conversation with Kate about moving on. Kate, are you about ready to call Andrew for your second date update?
Well, after that, I'm feeling really inspired.
Yeah, I bet. Empowered even, I'm sure.
The reason that I said that is Kate actually wants to call a guy that she has gone out on 3 dates with. They've all been pretty elaborate. The last one was a couple's massage. There was like a dinner cruise and stuff in there. Anyway, after they hooked up, after the third date, he stopped calling her. Hasn't responded to anything. So my first thought is that he just used her and just wanted to hook up with her, and now he's not calling her at all. That's why he's a dog, girl. Kate, what if that is the reason? Are you just going to let him have it?
I'm going to be really pissed.
Yeah.
I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can get him on the phone, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm dialing the phone number.
Good.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Andrew.
Yeah, this is he.
Andrew, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
I'm calling you because we recently got an email about you from one of our listeners.
I didn't submit for any contest or anything, guys.
Yeah, no, I know. This is not about a contest, actually. I just need a few minutes of your time.
In regards to...
In regards to a date that you went on. Actually, a few dates that you went on.
What?
Yeah, we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. You recently took a girl named Kate out. She told us a little bit about your dates. They were all very elaborate and very romantic, but now you're not calling her back and she's very confused.
I'm not sure what to say.
Well, you could start by telling us why you would blow her off after 3 dates.
It's not as simple as that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not trying to sound confrontational with you. I just want to know what happened, and more than anything, she wants to know what happened because you guys went out on so many dates, and she said that they were all pretty romantic, and you seemed like you guys really liked each other.
Yeah.
just a weird situation. I'm trying to. It's been in my head, and I'm just trying to figure this stuff out.
Does that mean that you are actually maybe in a relationship with somebody else?
No, certainly not. No.
Okay.
I wish it was that simple. It's more complicated than that.
Let me ask you a question, just an easy question to answer. Did you like Kate?
Yes, very much. Very
Okay,
much.
so you did.
I did and still do.
Okay, so you still do. Well, then why not offer her the respect of letting her know why you're not calling her back?
Well, I accepted a job offer in Germany that I couldn't turn it down.
You what?
I leave in a couple of weeks, actually, for Germany.
Whoa.
And that's why you're not calling her back?
Well, I feel strongly for her. I just don't know how to tell her, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what to say to her. I just figured the easiest thing would be just to, disappear, fade away.
What are you talking about? Disappear. That's like the coward way out. You owe it to her to talk to her about what's going on.
Like I said, this is not an easy situation. I'm struggling as far as how to deal with this and what to do.
Why are you struggling so much with? I mean, you guys have been out on 3 dates. It's not like you've been dating for months and months and months and you're leaving.
Yeah.
Why not just call her and say, "Hey, I'm moving. Sorry, we can't see each other anymore."
I really like her a lot, but
Okay.
So you see a future with her. If you were going to stay here and Germany wasn't in the picture, there's no question in your mind that you guys would continue this?
if I was going to stay here, definitely. No question in my mind.
Wow.
But now that the reality is Germany, there's just no chance of that because, I'm moving.
You guys could maybe try a long distance thing.
That's not fair of me to ask her to do something like that. She's super sweet. She's gorgeous. That's not fair.
Yeah, but how do you know? You don't know. I mean, you're putting your feelings on her. Like, you don't know how she would react to that.
Actually, I am putting her needs first. She doesn't deserve to be in a long-distance relationship like that with someone. She deserves someone who's going to be there with her, contributing to her life. I'm putting her needs way above mine. I just don't know what to say.
It sounds like you really like her a lot.
Yeah, I do.
Man, that sucks. Like, honestly, if I were in your position, that would be hard.
Yeah.
To meet somebody that I guess it sounds like you're falling for, and then you're like, man, now I got to move.
Jeez.
Yeah, it sucks.
But some consolation, German chicks can be kind of hot.
Okay, Jubal, that's not where we're going with
And he's
this.
making more money, obviously.
Can I ask one question, though? Did you know that you were going to Germany before that last couple's massage slept together night?
No. In fact, this is from a previous situation I had that developed over the course of 3 or 4 months. So I thought that the opportunity had kind of fizzled out, but it turns out it was just taking a little bit more time, and then they made me an offer. I have to jump on this.
Wow.
Okay,
I'm just really
so-
excited about this Germany thing. It's the dream job I've always wanted, but at that same time, I feel like I could be missing out and not being able to share something like that with someone like her.
Well, then why not just talk to her about it?
I agree.
I know it's early on in your relationship, but why not just talk to her?
Man, easier said than done, guys.
Not really, because she's actually on the line listening.
Excuse me?
I said she's on the other line and listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
So there's that.
Kate's on the phone.
Yes, she is.
Yeah. Hi. I don't really know what to say. This is a lot.
You've been on the phone the whole time?
The whole time.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I stopped calling you. It was the only way that I saw to handle this.
It's okay. I don't really know what I would have done in this situation either. I wish you would have told me.
But what
you didn't
should
even
I have said?
mention
That's
that
the
you
thing.
applied. I know. I didn't even know that you even applied. You didn't even, that wasn't mentioned. Just in regular conversation. You know what I mean? So it's really out of left field.
Well, I honestly thought that prospect had kind of just fizzled out long before I even met you. So it just kind of popped out of nowhere again.
It just really sucks because I have strong feelings for you.
I have strong feelings for you too. It's just not fair for you. It's not fair for us. Life is just not on our side, it seems.
Well, Andrew, maybe life is on your side, and that's why you guys are being connected in a second date update to talk about it.
I guess. I think about you every day, and I want, a long-distance relationship is really, really hard, and it's not fair of me to even imply something like that, or even ask that. It's only been 3 dates, but, I can't stop thinking about you, so my heart says something and my mind says something different, you know?
Kate, I mean, I'm just going to ask for you. Would you do a long-distance relationship? I don't know. I mean, somebody's got to step in and ask her what her opinion is on that whole matter.
I don't know. I don't know because it's not really being put on the table. It's not like a real question, so I don't know. It's so soon and it's so new. And in general, would I do a long distance relationship? Like in general in life, would I consider it? Well, yeah, I would, but it's not really what's being asked right now.
Well, the simple fact of the matter is, long distance relationships suck. I mean, this is really hard. I mean, my heart says something and my mind says something different. I'm thinking that I just need to sever this, cut this off, but I can't stop thinking about you. So I'm feeling like I need to ask you to go with me, I know that's crazy. I shouldn't have even said that. I'm sorry. I should not have even gone that. I feel like I just feel like I'm falling for you,
You don't want me to go with? I mean, we've been on 3 dates. We can't. That's not like a real. That's not a real question.
Well, I don't want to put words in your mouth, Andrew, but I don't think you were actually asking her to go with you. I think you were saying that's the way you feel.
I'm just not sure at this point. This phone call is really. It's even more confusing now, it seems like, but.
Dude, it sounds like to me that if she would say yes, that is exactly what you're asking.
I wouldn't want to ask her that. That's just a huge bombshell to drop on somebody. It's a lot of pressure to put on her.
Let's play a game, Andrew. Let's put this relationship 7 months down the road. If you guys have been dating for 7 months, would you ask her to go with you to Germany?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, I just got
Kate, what do you think about that?
If you were dating 7 months, would you go?
This is all a hypothetical situation. I mean, if we had been dating in the same way that it's been, if we just continued down the same path that we started, I don't see why I wouldn't consider it.
But you guys have a couple weeks or whatever till you leave. I mean, you could bond. You could spend every day together. You could see how it goes up until then. And then maybe in 6 months, she could come join you.
You got it all figured out, Brooke.
Yeah, she does. I'm so excited.
This whole thing is just crazy, So let's just step back and let Kate process this.
Well, how about you guys process together? Would you like to go out on a fourth date with Kate? We will pay for you guys to go out again at least before you leave.
Yeah, talk about it.
Kate, you want to go?
I mean, yes, of course.
Yes.
All right. Well,
keep us so cute.
Keep us updated on what happens.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We'll try.
All right. And until you leave, Andrew, I want you guys to process as much as possible.
Okay.
Just keep processing every night until you leave. Okay. Just got a text in at 78592 that says, "OMG, I need them to get married."
I feel the same way. I am right there with you.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning, talking about today's second date update. This girl named Kate wanted to call a dude named Andrew. They have actually gone out on a few dates, so technically it wasn't a first date, and then she's not getting a call back. They'd gone out a few times. He stopped calling her back, and of course she was wondering why. It's kind of weird. Yeah. Well, we got him on the phone, and it turns out that he actually really liked her a lot. They both like each other a lot. Yeah. But he got a job offer in Germany, and it's like his dream job, so he's like, well, I'm going to be leaving. So what's the point of continuing this? It's just going to be bad for both of us. I can't ask her to do a long-distance thing 3 dates in. And then he was like, well, I mean, maybe you could move with me in 7 months or something if we continue the relationship.
Romance is still alive, people.
And she said that she would be willing to think about it because they both like each other enough. So I guess they're going to work on things and talk about it and figure out where their relationship is headed and if they can make it work from Germany. But everybody texting in at 78592 is just in love with today's new sweetheart couple.
Do you know why? Because people love love. Yeah. And I love them for that.
People
it really makes me so happy. I mean, you don't want this girl to regret, right? I mean, even if it doesn't work out, at least you tried and then you know.
Of course.
Yeah. People are texting in at 78592 saying they're crying in their car for these guys.
Yeah, well, it's so romantic.
They're going to be so disappointed if these two get together and they're like, well, we went out on our fourth date and I don't know, man.
Moved to Germany 2 months later, he cheated on me.
Yeah. The whole thing is just screwed up now. Thanks a lot for doing that second date update and having us go out again and planning our future because my life is wrecked. I can't get back from Germany now. I don't have enough money because I moved out for this dude. So it can either go really well or really bad.
Yeah,
We'll try to keep you updated on that. Every once in a while, we'll get back in touch with the people who do the second date updates. This is obviously one that we'll have to ask them in a few months how things are going. It could be very happy or very sad.
I'm staying optimistic about it.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
For today's second date update, a listener named Kelsey is on the phone, and she thinks she's not getting a call back because she describes herself as boring on the first date. So let's find out. I'm a good judge of boring. What's up, Kelsey? How are you?
Hey, good. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, bored. Bored. Already, Kelsey.
She said, hey. Oh, my God. Poor Kelsey.
Oh, my God.
Yep, snooze fest, Kelsey.
Yeah.
Jeez. No wonder you're not getting a call back.
You know, right?
Are you always boring on first dates, or was this an exception?
No, this was just like kind of a chill first date. So it wasn't, we didn't do anything epic. We actually met this guy online, and I kind of thought he was different than the other guys that I've seen like on Tinder and all of those apps.
What's his name, first of all?
His name is Thomas.
Thomas, all right.
What made him stand out? You said he was different than the others.
Well, a lot of the other guys, they're trying really hard just to impress you on these apps like all the time.
Right.
So he didn't seem like he was doing that at all.
Okay, so he seemed like he didn't care.
Not like he didn't care, just that he was like down to earth.
Okay,
That just seems like it would be refreshing, instead of somebody who's on 24/7 just trying to impress you the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
And what was it like when you guys met in real life?
It was awesome. We just like kind of went for a little walk and got to know each other. I grabbed some ice cream and then kept hanging out for a little while, and we decided like we'd stop by the grocery store just to pick some stuff up. So he like helped me bring my stuff back.
Yeah, Kelsey, I'm going to go ahead and say that's a pretty boring date. That's all you guys did.
Well, I mean, it was like a stop on the way. We didn't plan to go to the grocery store. It just kind of happened.
I think that's kind of cute because doesn't it mean that you guys extended your time together longer than you had expected?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought. Like, he was totally making me laugh in the store, and I just feel like I was smiling the whole time. Like, I had such a good time.
Oh.
But then, like, afterward, I thought, like, it's early. Maybe I asked him if he wanted to go see a movie with me, keep the night going, and I was, like, super shocked by his answer. He just said no.
Oh.
Just like that, just straight no?
Wow.
Yeah, he was like, no, I have to go home.
Wow, that's harsh, man. Yeah, I mean, what did you say back?
Well, I kind of just like stood there, and I'm really awkward too, so I was like maybe gonna go in for like a little bit of a hug, but he just left.
Whoa,
wow. I feel like you weren't boring on the date. I feel like you must have done something to make him angry. I mean,
not into you.
Yeah, you're trying to hang out with the dude even longer than what you normally were. You invite him to a movie, and he's just like no, and then splits. Like, I feel like you made him angry.
I don't know what I did.
Wait, I mean, he seemed fine up until what point? Did you notice a change at any certain point?
Well, like towards the end, I kind of felt like he was getting a little bored, so that's why I wanted to switch it up and maybe go to the movies. And then I guess it was too late for that.
Yeah, I mean,
you didn't make him buy your groceries or something, did you?
No.
Okay. It's not that out there of a question.
Yeah,
We've
that
had
is-
people who have done things like that. I'm just making sure.
maybe he's simply a guy who doesn't want to move too fast. They do exist.
Or maybe he just didn't feel the chemistry.
Maybe he hates movies.
There's a lot of possibilities,
There
is what
you
we're
go.
saying.
Yeah, I'd like to figure it out.
I mean, I'm sure you've gone through everything in your mind. Do you have any idea what it could be?
The only thing is that I think I might have like bored him a little bit.
Oh, too boring.
But like, I swear I'm fun. Like, I am a fun person. I have a lot of fun with my friends, and like that was just not an accurate representation of like who I am and like what I do all the time.
Okay.
I don't take guys to grocery stores.
So if that is his reason that you're a little too boring, you want to try to convince him that you're not boring and get another date with him.
Yeah, definitely. And then do something like super fun, like roller coasters or I don't know.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go skydiving or something.
Or IKEA.
Yeah, well, Jubal, don't get crazy.
I know. I'm a little wild like that, though.
Yeah.
All right, Kelsey. Well, we'll play a song and then come back and call him and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right. Hang on one second.
MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hopefully the second part of this second date update isn't going to be as boring as the first part. If you missed it, Kelsey is on the phone. Pretty boring name.
Poor thing.
And she wants to call a dude named Thomas. Even more boring of a name. And I guess her first date with Thomas was pretty boring. That's the way she described it. And that's why she thinks she's not getting a call back. They just kind of went for a walk, and then they had to stop by the grocery store for a second. And then she asked if he wanted to go to a movie with her, and he just straight up said no, and then went home. So Kelsey is assuming that she was a little too boring for Thomas, and we're going to get him on the phone and find out if that is, in fact, the reason. Kelsey, are you still awake, or are you bored?
I'm still here.
You know, Kelsey, we never asked you. I mean, have you tried to get a hold of him?
Yeah, I texted a couple of times, and I don't want to seem like needy, so I just kind of stopped.
And he hasn't responded at all?
Not at all.
Okay.
Oh, man, rude.
Well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can figure it out for you, Kelsey. Here we go, okay?
All right, thanks.
Hello?
Yeah, can I speak to Thomas, please?
This is him. Who's it?
Thomas, what's up, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Who's that?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Okay.
You ever listened to us before?
Nah, I don't do mornings really.
I don't blame you. I am
dude.
so jealous of that.
Man.
You are a good person.
Yeah, seriously, you got to figure it out. I'm so tired of
Yeah.
waking up this early. Well,
Did I like win something? What's going on?
No, you didn't. We do a segment on our show. It's called the second date update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened. So somebody emailed us about you.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of work.
It is a lot to get a hold of somebody, but it's usually because they really liked the person.
Any idea who would have emailed us?
I don't know, dude.
Are you awake right now, Thomas?
I mean, I don't want to be, but I am now.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry,
I feel you, man. I'm right there with you.
Is this going to take, like, how long is this going to take?
It shouldn't take more than a few minutes, in case you're busy or whatever. But
I just want to go back to sleep. But okay.
well, do you remember going out with a girl named Kelsey?
Probably.
Probably?
Oh, my God.
Do you remember her or no?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
What's up?
Well, Kelsey emailed us because she told us about your date. And she said that you guys went for a walk, stopped by the grocery store, and she invited you to the movies. And that's when you...
Oh, yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot.
It was a lot?
It was a lot?
What was a lot about it? The walk or the grocery store?
All of it. It was... anyway, so what do you need?
Oh, my God.
Well,
Thomas, you just
Kelsey,
did a...
Kelsey wants to know why you're not calling her back.
Oh, gosh.
Thomas!
Can you tell us why?
I guess. It was just like she wanted to do so much stuff.
What do you mean? She thought she was too boring for you. She thought that a walk in a grocery store was, like, lame and that you were looking for more excitement, and that's why...
Who walks? Like, that's why they invented cars and Uber. Like, why do we have to walk? It was so much.
Okay, so it's not that you were bored on the date. You just didn't want to walk, pretty much.
No, it was, I didn't want to do, and then after the walking, it goes to the random restaurant, and then the grocery store, and then I have to carry her groceries, and then I have to help her put the groceries up. And then after all of that, on top of that, she was like, oh, yeah, let's go see a movie. I'm like, oh, my God, I just did more work than I've done all week. I don't want to do any more things. And it was so late, dude. It was like 8 o'clock or something. Like, it was so late. I don't like it.
Wait, Thomas, I mean, you're concentrating a lot on the things that you did on the date, but what about her? Did you enjoy hanging out with her? She said she was laughing a ton.
I mean, she was cool. It was just, she does too much, man. I'm not an outdoorsy dude who likes to do all this. Like, I feel like she would go hiking, and that sounds terrible.
Okay. So if I'm reading this correctly, you just feel like she likes to do way too much.
I mean, I'm sure she'll find someone who likes to do stuff with her, and that's awesome. But I just don't. I don't like. If I didn't have to leave the house, I would not leave the house.
Why? Wait. Why are you even dating then, Thomas? Like, dating requires you to do stuff.
It doesn't though. Like you dating, you drive to a place, you eat dinner at a place, and then that's it. And then maybe you go back and you watch like Netflix or Hulu or something. Like it's not. I don't know. She wanted to do so many things, and I'm not that kind of dude.
I'm not that kind of dude. All right. Well, at least you know what you want, Thomas.
Oh, you should have told her that though, Thomas. She did not.
Yeah, but then I'd have to like meet up again. We probably have to go on another walk to explain why I don't like going on walks.
Yeah, a lot of effort. Well,
wow,
Thomas, I know that this is probably going to be hard for you to deal with, but Kelsey is on the other line and wants to talk to you for a minute.
Oh my God, you guys are the worst.
Kelsey, are you still there?
Yeah, hey.
Hey, what's up?
I can't believe this is a complete opposite what I thought was going on. I thought you didn't like me because I was boring, but you don't want to do anything? Like, the whole point of going out with someone is to get to know them while doing an activity.
Yeah, but you wanted to do so many activities. Like, if we just did 2 activities, that's it for the day.
For the day.
You get a morning activity, you get a night activity, and that's it. But you wanted...
What are your activities? Just Netflix?
I mean, that and a good bowl of soup.
Oh, my God. Thomas, all it was one walk to the place that we were going to. That was it. Just one. It was not that extreme.
Yeah, but why would you want to walk? Are we cavemen? All you have to do is call an Uber. We could have saved so much time. And then my leg was tired. I was out of breath. My body's not used to this type of activity.
What? Your body isn't used to going on a short walk to a restaurant?
Not anymore. We're past that.
Thomas, just even a little bit of exercise would make you feel better. It'd give you more energy. It may.
I don't think it did any of that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And the thing is, I'm happy with my life. I'm doing fine. I don't know why you're trying to change me into some LA fitness jogging jock dude.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Hey man, if you're happy doing you, then just keep doing that. But I think it doesn't sound like Kelsey's that demanding, really.
And it sounds like you guys had a nice connection and that you could be missing out on something possibly pretty special.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just want someone more my speed. I feel like she's too extra. She's always this, bam, bam, bam. I just want one bam.
I do normal things that normal people do that walk places and who literally use their body. It's not that difficult.
I use my body to press the Uber button. That's enough.
Oh my God. Thomas, you sound like a human sloth is what you sound like.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, well,
Sloths are adorable.
Sloths are pretty cute. I'll give you that much. Thomas, would you like to go out on a second date with Kelsey? We'll pay for it. I mean, you don't even have to leave the house. I'll just send you a gift card to Netflix or something.
Get food delivery for you, Thomas?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like she'll trick me into doing something outside.
Trick me?
I don't know, dude. I'm kind of cool.
Hold on. This is ridiculous. I'm not forcing you to do anything. We took a short walk, and I asked if you wanted to go to the movies. You're so
I know,
lazy.
but now you called the radio on me. I feel like you go a lot of steps to it, and that's cool. But I only one step.
Honestly, Thomas, I thought I was being the boring one, and that's why you weren't calling me back, but you're the boring one. I definitely don't want to be with someone who's that lazy.
Oh.
Thank God.
Thank God. Okay.
The biggest relief Thomas has had all day.
Yeah.
He's like, can
All
I
right.
now get off the phone? That's what you've been wanting this whole time.
Kelsey, I'm
Can I go
sorry.
back to sleep now, or?
Yeah, 1 second. We'll let you go there. I
Oh
just
my
want to say thank
gosh.
you for your time, Thomas. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Thanks, radio guy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Sorry to make you work so much this morning. Go back to sleep.
All right.
Kelsey, well, you got your answer.
Yeah, I guess so.
That was crazy.
And I know personally, I am exhausted after all that, man.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
The text in at 78592 says, Thomas and I sound like soulmates.
I know.
Talking about today's second date update. If you missed
man.
it, Kelsey wanted to call this dude named Thomas. They went on a date. It didn't actually last very long. They just went on a short walk together and then stopped by the grocery store. Afterward, Kelsey asked Thomas if he wanted to go see a movie with her, and he just said no.
Yeah.
And she thought that maybe he wasn't calling her back and wasn't interested because she was being too boring on the date. So we got Thomas on the phone, and he told us he didn't think Kelsey was boring. In fact, he thought the opposite. She was way too active for his lifestyle. He doesn't like doing anything.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people hit it, nail on the head here, texted in like, pretty sure his mom still must do his laundry for him.
Yeah.
And someone else brought up a good point, like, imagine this guy in bed.
Yeah.
Not fun.
Probably doesn't even want to do it.
No.
Yeah, Kinky is just rolling over to him.
Yeah.
He said he didn't like the fact that they had to walk to the store and he wasn't used to doing that much activity. He said he wants a girl that's more his speed and said that she was just a little too extra for him because the walking, mostly. He's a very lazy dude, but at least he's comfortable in his laziness.
Yeah.
No second date because Thomas thought she would trick him into doing more things if he said yes.
Yeah, like go hiking.
Well,
and
see,
that sounded like the worst thing ever.
That is the worst thing.
No.
I mean, I can relate. I think a lot of people can relate to this guy.
Oh my God, Thomas should be dating a sloth. Is what Thomas should be dating.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, hopefully he finds that. If not, I think he'll be fine just by himself sitting on the couch.
Totally fine.
It's true.
MOViN 92.5.
It's
MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Everybody has their signature move when you go out on a date and you want to try to get a kiss. I know for me, I do the old yawn trick, where you put your hands like kind of by your mouth and then you yawn and you stretch them wide and you put your arm around her and then your pants fall to the ground. What? Because before I did the yawn trick, I unloosened my belt and then the pants fall. And hey, you're right in the middle of a crowded restaurant, pants down. There's really nothing she can do.
But kiss you. Yeah, that's usually the option she'll go for.
My signature move. Well, the guy on the phone today who wants to do a second date update apparently used his signature move on the date. He got a kiss, and he's confused why he's not getting a call back. His name is James. James, how are you?
What's going on?
Not much, man. So tell us a little bit about the girl that you want to call today. Where'd you meet her?
I met her on Tinder.
All right.
Okay. Nice. And you're actually looking to date someone and not just hook up with them.
I mean, it depends on the night.
Yeah.
No,
It's
okay.
Tinder.
All right.
You know, it can be used for all sorts of things.
Exactly.
You put in your email that you use your signature move. I want to find out what your signature move is in a second. But first, tell us how the date went with her.
Overall, I thought it went really well, but we got off to a rough start for sure. We went out for dinner, and I was at the restaurant early. I always get there early,
That's considerate.
Right, very considerate.
How early? Are you talking like an hour early and you're just pacing back and forth?
20.
Okay.
A solid 20 minutes.
Because it'd be good to show up like really early and then get mad at her that she shows up like 5 minutes late. I've been here for an hour and a half already. So you showed up early and...
And to continue my gentlemanly ways, I see her, we wave across the room, she comes over, and I pull out the chair.
Uh-huh.
I like to do that. And she goes, "Oh, thank you." And she sits down, and, she stepped in front of it, and for some reason, I don't know why, I shoved the chair, like, at the table, and it knocked her legs out from under her, and she just fell straight on her butt on the chair. And I think it definitely hurt.
So you aggressively shoved her into the table.
I didn't mean to do that.
Okay.
I think I was nervous or something.
I was wondering if that was your signature move.
Oh,
Sit
yeah, that's a
down
good one.
and you eat.
It's better than pulling the chair out from underneath her.
Did you comment about that? Because I feel like I would have been awkward at that point. Like, oh, sorry about that. I pushed the chair in a little too hard. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I made a joke of it. I said that's why I work out.
That's kind of funny. I'll give you that. That's kind of silly.
I don't know my own strength sometimes. So whenever I'm out on dates with especially women who are smaller than I know I'm a big dude anyway. I tend to just shove them into the table. After that, did everything go okay?
Yeah, I mean, I calmed down, and we had good conversation. I thought we had a connection, flirting pretty hard. And remember around dessert, I made the mental note that I'm going to kiss this girl tonight, and I'm going to use my signature move.
All right, let's get to that.
I can't wait to hear what this move is, sir.
What is James's signature move, you stud?
I know you guys are going to totally laugh at this, but honestly, it works. 100% of the time.
Okay.
You know that people are going to be stealing this move after you tell us.
Yeah, well, I stole it, so that's fair game.
Where'd you steal it from?
From a movie.
Oh, God.
That's always a
I don't
good
remember
place.
which one. It's been done in many movies. But,
Okay. You're going to have to go a long way convincing me that this is a good move than if you stole it from a movie.
No, it works. I swear to God.
All right.
I know it.
What is it?
So we grab our coats and go outside the restaurant, and then, there's the moment where we're saying goodbye, but I was just focused on her and on executing my signature move. And so, we're locking eyes, and I like to hold the moment, for just a little bit of uncomfortableness.
You've really practiced this, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. I've done this at least a solid 10 times.
Okay.
Wow.
And then what happens after the eye lock?
And so after that moment, she's about to say something. As I see she's about to say something, I move my index finger to her lips and go, shh.
Oh, God.
No.
And then I kiss her.
Are you serious?
You do not do
You're
that.
like
I just rolled my eyes.
Gerard Butler in P.S. I Love You or something?
Maybe that was the movie.
And this actually works for you.
It works. I know you guys are laughing it up and think it's ridiculous, but I swear to God, it works.
Did she actually kiss you back, or was she just in shock, standing still like a
No,
statue?
there's the initial shock, but then she she lets go, and then we have a good time.
Yeah. And that, my friends, is how the signature move works. All right, so you guys kissed after you did that, and how did everything end with you?
I walked her back to her car and said, I'll call you, and she said, cool.
All right.
And so I thought I went great, but next few days I'm texting her and just getting absolutely nothing. And a week goes by, and I'm talking to you guys now.
So you haven't heard anything from her at all?
No.
Maybe she's still in a daze
that's what it is.
from how romantic you are.
She's probably still writing in her diary about it as we speak.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh, my God.
Either that or she's laid up in the hospital with a fractured rib when you shoved her into the table. That could be it, too. All right. Well, we're going to play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
Cool.
All right, hang on, man.
MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
James, are you a good kisser?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. If you're just tuning in for the second part of today's second date update, that's James. And James isn't getting a call back from a girl named Brittany. He says at the end of the date, he did his signature move, as he calls it, while they were walking after dinner. They were talking about whatever, and he shushed her and then went in for the kiss, and she kissed him. But, James, I didn't get enough details on the kiss. You said that you kissed her, but I didn't. I need more detail on it to see if, she should be calling you back. So here, we're going to role play a little bit, all right, James?
Oh, God.
I'm her, and you're me.
No.
Or you're her, and I'm me. Whatever. However you want to do it. But I'm just going to start kissing you, and then you tell me when you've had enough, okay?
No.
Here we go.
All right.
Say enough,
All right, yeah, that's
James.
about all I can say. That's it.
Is that it?
I'm done.
Yeah, you're
I'm
a
out.
terrible kisser. That's why.
Oh, my God.
That is why you're not getting a call back. Okay, I can
All right.
tell you're a bad kisser.
Got it.
All right,
James.
we're about to get her on the phone and find out why she's not calling you back after what seems like a successful date. I mean, you got to kiss at the end of the night, and it's strange that she hasn't answered any of your texts.
That's what I'm saying.
Can I ask, are you like a moves type of guy, or were you able to actually show her your real personality?
First of all, the move is a part of my personality.
Good answer, bro.
I'm just saying, when you come on a date with some rehearsed plan,
Or lines.
a lot of times you may get lost in that.
Look, I may not have invented it, but it works for me every time, and there's a reason it's in the movies.
Okay. That's true. There probably is a reason it's in the movies. All right, man. Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now, get her on the phone, and find out why she's not calling you back, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Brittany, please?
This is she.
Hey, Brittany, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
I'm sorry, I don't know who this is.
Oh, that surprises me with how quickly you answered. I figured you'd be a huge fan. It's a morning radio show, and somebody recently sent us an email about you, and that's why I'm calling today.
I don't understand what's happening.
Well, it's a segment we do on our show called the Second Date Update. Basically, if you go out with somebody on a date and then don't call them back after they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what went wrong. So you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners. His name is James. Do you remember going out with James?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that a good oh my God or a bad oh my God?
It's a bad oh, my God.
Bad oh my God.
Oh.
Do you have a few minutes to tell us about your date with James?
Not really. I kind of want to move on from it.
That bad?
Well, if I could just get you for like a second to talk about it, it would help out a lot. He actually liked you a lot, and he's wondering why you're not calling him back. I promise it'll just take a second. We just want to know if he did anything wrong on your date.
I don't know. He just seems like a self-centered type of dude, and I just was turned off by it.
Self-centered, like he talked about himself the whole time and didn't pay attention to anything you were saying or something?
He didn't pay attention to anything that I was saying.
Really?
Nothing.
Like he wasn't having a conversation with you, he's just telling you about stuff?
Well, it's like when I was trying to open up to him, you can tell he just was not listening, like at all.
Really?
Well, for the way he tells it, everything went amazing, and you guys had a wonderful time, and you kissed at the end of the evening, and you even were like, hey, we'll go out again. So what part is... Let me hear your side of the story, because what part is self-centered, according to you? Because he didn't sound like anything was like that at all.
I love that it's making you laugh.
Well, I just can't believe that's what he told you, because he completely missed the most important part of that actual story.
What?
Okay, what's the most important part?
Well, dinner was fine, and when we were leaving the restaurant, we were, just casually walking, and I was telling him a very personal story about my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, my parents got a divorce, and my dad recently passed away.
Oh, that's sad.
So it's like a real, raw moment for me, and I'm telling him this, and then he has the audacity to shush me.
Oh,
Are you serious?
That was when it happened?
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. And not only that, after he shushed me, he kissed me for like 10 seconds.
So,
oh my gosh, I
if I'm getting this right, he wasn't paying attention to a word you were saying. You were telling him something very intimate, and then he told you to shut up and kiss you.
Exactly. That's exactly.
Why didn't you tell him what was going on?
I was telling him. I just literally told him. He wasn't listening.
Oh, I'd be mortified.
Man. Okay,
and pissed.
so
Oh, God.
did you kiss him back or?
No, I was in shock. My lips were just there, and his lips were just all on mine.
Oh my gosh! Talk about
Brittany,
bad
I'm sorry.
timing.
I can understand why you wouldn't want to call him back.
Oh man.
That was the most awkward thing that's ever happened to me on a date.
If somebody did that to me, I wouldn't want to ever talk to them again. Do you ever want to talk to him again?
No.
Oh, well, that's too bad because I have to let you know that he's actually on the other line listening right now.
What the hell is this?
James, are you there?
Yeah, I am so sorry. I'm completely mortified.
Yeah,
That's
me
awful.
too.
Would this be a bad time to offer my condolences for your family?
It would be a bit late.
I would think this is a bad time, James.
Well, yeah, I mean, I screwed up. Like, I was so focused on trying to kiss you that, this is definitely going to make me rethink about ever using that move again.
Yeah. Your move kind of backfired, James. Brittany, if you don't know what James was doing, apparently, this is what he told us earlier, that's his signature move at the end of a date.
Don't worry.
If he wants to kiss a girl, he waits until they're talking about something, and then he goes, shh. and then kisses her.
At the right time.
I think this time it was very bad for him.
It was very bad.
Yeah.
Don't ever use that move again. That was dumb.
Brittany, we all rolled our eyes when he told us about it. But the thing is, and I get why you're upset, but he said such nice things about you when we talked to him earlier.
Okay, that's nice and all, but it doesn't erase the fact of what he did.
I mean, can I just interject real quick? I mean, technically the move still worked.
Oh!
I guess you're right.
James!
I mean, she did kiss me.
I didn't kiss you. I was stunned. I was standing there. It's like, just tell me that a death in the family and you shushed me.
Sounds so bad every time.
Yeah, I know it's bad. It's bad, and I really hope you can forgive me, and that like we can move on from it and try again.
This is a perfect time to ask, Brittany. Would you like to go out with James on a second date? We will pay for it.
Absolutely not.
Oh, Brittany,
Come on,
you
are you
said
sure?
that you had
James-
a great time before that moment.
Yeah, and James likes you a lot. There's no chance on a second date.
He screwed up. He knows it.
No, he can try that move on somebody else.
Look, I promise I will never shush you again. I'll just do the kissing part.
No, that doesn't make it any better. Clearly, you don't get it.
Yeah, James, I think next time you try to do your patented move where you shush a woman and then kiss her, pay attention to what she's talking about before you do it.
Okay, so I'll modify the move.
Modify your move.
It is a good modification.
Brittany, thank you very much for your time. I know you weren't expecting this phone call, but thank you for sharing with us, okay?
No, thank you.
James, do you have anything else to say before we let you go?
Yeah, I think what I got out of it was
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, if that guy's signature move works every time, then why is he still single?
Amen.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. And I think we actually found out why he's still single. I'm talking, of course, about the second date update. This guy, James, wanted us to call a girl, Brittany, for him. She wasn't calling back after their date. They even kissed at the end of the date when he used his signature move that he got from the movies. It's ridiculous. Basically, what he does when he goes out on a date is he waits until the right moment when she's talking, and then he shushes her and then kisses her.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be passionate and romantic, except what he didn't realize was the girl that he went out with, Brittany, was in the middle of talking about how one of her family members had passed away, but he wasn't paying attention because he was so focused on doing his signature move that right in the middle of that, he just went, shh, and then kissed her.
And what's shocking to me is that the lesson he learned wasn't that he should maybe just be himself and stop with the moves. It's that he needs to modify the signature move because it didn't work quite right.
Change my move a little bit. Or maybe you should just pay attention to what your date is saying.
Oh my gosh.
So that you realize, like, maybe if she's just talking about what sort of drinks she likes or she likes going hiking or something, that's an okay time to maybe shush and go in for your move. But when she's talking about the death of a family member, usually isn't the best time to be like, hey, shut up, stop, shut up, I want to kiss you.
And shushing any woman is not a good move. It's
not smart.
I'm surprised how many people have actually had this happen to them, though. We're getting text messages in at 78592 from people that are like, my husband did this to me.
Well,
and then it also follows up with, I told him never to do that to me again or I'd kick his ass. So the shush move is definitely something that you should not do. If you want to get a second date, remember, all you have to do is email the show and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
MOViN 92.5.
MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Cheerio.
Mate?
Is everyone ready for the second date update?
Not if you're going to talk like that.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning, MOViN 92.5. Why am I speaking in a horrible British accent?
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah, because Jackie met George at a bar.
Yeah.
And George happens to be a sexy Englishman.
Oh, man. Have I fallen for an accent before, too?
Isn't that right, Jackie?
That is absolutely right.
So tell us a little bit about your evening with George.
We met out and everyone was drinking and we started catching looks at each other across the bar, you know?
Okay, so you guys were in two separate groups, like total strangers.
Yes, total strangers.
So who made the first move?
It was very he would move a little closer and then I'd move a little closer. You know what I mean? Where you keep positioning yourself in the group so you're
Right.
facing him. It was very coy, very sweet, very British, I think.
Yeah.
And
She just kept getting closer, going, cheerio. Hello, love.
Oh my gosh. So, and then you guys struck up a conversation, and then what happened?
Well, I immediately was like, oh, my God, you're British, which is an idiot thing to say. But I was like, oh, because you know what I mean? You hear those accents, and it's like, you just melt. Like, you
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
girl
I'm
melt.
the same way with Australian accents. I meet a dude with an Australian accent, I am melt. Yeah.
I am with you. I am a sucker for
Can
accents.
you imagine how annoying that is, though? Because if a guy came up to you, Brooke, and was like, "Oh, you're American,"
God, that's hot. That's such a
Wow.
hot accent.
If I was in another country and they told me I had a hot accent, I would not find that annoying at all. I would eat it up.
So, Jackie, you enjoyed your time with him, and obviously you liked his accent a lot.
Yeah. And he explained, like, he's like, oh, I'm just here for the semester. I teach. I'm working at one of the colleges in English history. So he's smart. He's tall, dark, handsome.
Wait,
I was like,
a tall,
oh, God.
dark, handsome Englishman just in town for a semester teaching at a very prestigious university.
This sounds like a movie.
Or this guy has a great act.
Yeah, Jackie, did you check his teeth and see if they're messed up? That's the true test.
No, he had American quality teeth.
And so you're not obviously looking for a relationship. You're just looking for a good time. I mean, this guy's not going to be around for very long.
I mean, kind of, but, a semester's a long time, and, like, no need of predicting anything. Who knows? Maybe he, his stay could get extended, or, I've never been to England. Maybe
I
go out there. So, like, who knows?
Jackie, you are jumping. Woo!
Love goes international, you guys.
Yeah. So did you go actually on a date?
We hung out a long time that night.
Did you seal the deal?
Yeah, which is not really my style, but we were all drinking, and
All right.
Don't say that.
it happened.
Okay, yeah,
But
sometimes.
it was fun. Own it if you're going to own it,
Right, there you go, yeah.
Hello, this is fun.
So apparently it was good if you want to see him again. What happened in the morning?
The morning was, like, pretty fast. He had to go to class, and I had to get my life back together, as you do after a night of drinking.
Did he say he was going to ring your telly again for another date?
I'll ring you.
Yeah, I mean, we were both like, I'd love to see you again. And then I finally called him, and the phone just kept ringing. Like, it didn't go to voicemail. It didn't do anything. And I was like, well, that's weird. Maybe the phones are acting, I don't know, So I called back, and it just never does anything. It just keeps ringing and ringing. Like, no voicemail, no nothing.
Jackie, sometimes your crazy is different than other people's crazy. How many times are we talking?
I've probably called him a total of 5 times.
Okay.
Over the course of, like, 2 days.
That's
much.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Well, yeah, but the first 2 or 3 were, like, back to back to back because I didn't know if his phone was.
That's not
Makes it
making it
even
better.
Okay, Jackie, we're going to call him after this song and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thanks,
All right,
guys.
just hang on.
MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I'm excited about this next half of the second date update.
Oh, no.
Mostly because this will be the first time I've talked to an Englishman since I did that phone tap on that guy.
Oh, yeah. So good.
Still probably one of my favorite phone taps all time. If you haven't heard it, you can go find it on our website, MOViN925.com. We've got Jackie on the phone with us now. Jackie told us about a guy that she met at a bar while she was out with friends, an Englishman. He's in town for a semester teaching at one of the local universities, and they spent a lovely night together, and she wants to spend a few more lovely nights together before he goes back to Englandville.
Yeah. Jackie, I'm all in support of, like, a hookup if that's what your goal is, but it sounds like you called him 5 times.
Well, yeah, so part of why I called him 5 times is because, like, I didn't know what his phone was doing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get it. It's totally bananas that I was, like, called him 3 times in a row. But I was like, oh, my God, is his phone? I don't know. You know, sometimes phones are weird and they act up and you have to, like...
Especially for an English guy. Maybe you're down not enough numbers. Maybe you need, like, 17 numbers in there.
You need the country code?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
All right.
No, it was an American phone. It was an American phone.
All right, Jackie, you ready to call him?
Ready.
Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to George, please?
George speaking.
Hey, George, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm MOViN 92.5. How are you?
All right.
Listen, we host a local morning show in town here in Seattle. I'm sure you probably have heard of us. I know we're big across the pond.
No, I'm sorry, I never heard of you.
No? Okay. Well, we have a local morning show here, and you went out with a girl on a date who's a friend of mine, and she's been trying to get a hold of you because she'd love to see you again, but you're not answering her phone calls, so she asked me to call you for her.
All right. Actually, what was her name?
Her name was Jackie. You met her at a bar a little while ago?
Oh, yes. Yes, Jackie.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's just curious why you don't want to see her again, or if you do want to see her again.
I do want to see her again. I've just been very busy. And we had a wonderful night that night. I saw her across the bar, and she was lovely, and we got on quite well. I actually liked her. It's been hard to answer this line.
So there's no other reason why you're not calling her back. You've just been busy.
Oh, yes. Teaching classes during the day, and then at night, and it's very hard to get social.
Hey, George.
What?
I need to be honest with you.
Yep.
We're a show that does our homework.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And before we call anybody, we try to find out as much as we can about them.
Right. Okay.
That's why my producer Boyd, looked up all your information, checked around at the university that you claim to be working at.
Oh, no.
And found no record of an English guy with your name being employed there for the semester.
George!
What?
George, be honest! What the hell, dude?
Red-handed.
Did you put on a whole act just to get a girl in bed or what?
Okay, listen. All right, my name's not George.
I knew it! You sounded too much like a character from Clue and not enough like a real English person. Oh, you big fat liar, George.
Well, my brothers and I and my friends, we use the accent because, it helps. It helps to pick up chicks.
Yeah.
My name's actually Kevin.
Kevin, do you really have a separate phone line for, your British George character?
Yeah, this is my British phone.
Oh, my God.
So what do you do then? Okay, so you gave her this romantic story about how you're in from London and you're teaching for the semester, and I'm just an educated man looking to have a little fun while I'm in town. Who are you? Who are you, Kevin?
Well, I actually live in town. I live by the airport.
Okay.
And I work at Target.
Hey,
That's
Kevin,
just such a contrast.
But so you lied. Do you regret lying to Jackie that night?
There's no harm intended. I actually really like Jackie. It's more interesting being a professor from the UK than a cashier at Target, isn't it?
Definitely,
yeah.
yeah.
That story is perfect.
And that's why I didn't answer the phone, because, how am I going to keep it going?
Right. Hey,
I had
George.
Yeah, go ahead.
George or Kevin or whatever your name is.
Yes.
Jackie is actually on the other line right now and heard everything you just said.
I can't believe your name is Kevin F.
Oh, my God. Oh, my.
Now what?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's Kevin. Yes.
You're sorry you lied to me for an entire night and then didn't call me back?
Wow.
Like, you lied to me all night about, wanting to show me all the beautiful things in London and, wanting to take me to Big Ben and how beautiful it is when the fog lifts in the morning. Is all of that just a lie? It has to be. It is.
Obviously, because the fog doesn't lift in the morning, but yeah. No, I have an uncle that he grew up in London, and that's how I knew about those things. So it was kind of a lie, but it's from real sources.
And Jackie, real sources. And Jackie, he kind of delivered on his.
100% now.
Jackie, he did kind of deliver on his promise. He took you to see Big Ben later, right? Yes,
he did. Dude, why do you have to have such a weird way to pick up women? Why can't you just be a normal, great guy and pick up women? If you have to lie just to get someone to go home with you.
Would you have gone home with me if I told you I was a cashier at Target and lived by the airport?
Interesting.
Long pause.
Yeah.
I know the answer to that because it's happened to me before. I mean, women are looking for somebody that'll support them, and I know this is a bullshit way to get laid, but
Well, George or Kevin, it's not a bullshit way to get laid because it worked.
Oh, yeah.
So,
No, tell it. It's an efficient way.
yeah. But you actually, I mean, Jackie, he says he likes you and would like to see you again. Would you give him a shot? We will pay for you to go out again on a second date. And you can go out with the American guy named Kevin, who lives by the airport and works at Target, and see if you actually enjoy his company.
Let's think about the story you could tell your friends, like you met this British guy at a bar, and then he turned out to be Kevin at Target, and he's a really nice guy, and I like him.
Oh, nice, Kevin.
This is like maybe against my better judgment, but he is a really sweet guy, even though he's possibly a compulsive liar.
Wow, those are some famous philosophy right there.
As many questions as I want to, and you have to answer them brutally honestly, then yes, I will go on a second date with you.
Jackie, are you not worried this is like a major red flag? What if he turns out to have 12 kids and is like an ex-con?
Well, then he'll have to tell me that because I get to ask questions and he has to be honest.
And there you go. If he says he's honest, I believe him. He won't lie.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The definition of a gentleman has changed a lot over the years. It used to be you'd open up the door for a lady or maybe tip your cap when she entered the room.
I wish
pull
that
out
still
her
happened.
chair and then wait till she's about to sit down and pull it out even more so she falls.
No.
But nowadays, the definition of a true gentleman is just somebody who can fight back the grinders.
Seriously,
That's right.
that is true.
Just somebody to fend off all the thirsty dudes at the club trying to grind on you. And that's who's on the phone today for a second date update, a real life gentleman. His name is Tim. Tim, what's up?
Yeah, what's going on?
Tim, you were able to fight those type of dudes off?
Man, I can do it all day long, man. I'm trained combat specialist.
You are like a superhero, sir.
Yeah.
Like a gentleman ninja.
Yes!
Your email said you met the girl that you want to call today at the club because you were fighting off the other dudes that were trying to grind on her?
Yeah, man. I see something I like, I just go for it, and I'm not taking no for an answer. So that's what happened.
Okay, so how does that work? Did you try to box them out like you're playing basketball or something? I mean, how do you fight off the grinders?
No, I just, it was simple, man. I saw her on the dance floor, saw dudes all up on her, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go be Captain Save-A-Hole real quick. So I went over there. I started doing all my dance moves. You know what I'm saying? I hit her with the kickstand. That's what really got her attention. I hit her with the kickstand, and from there it was on and cracking, man.
That's actually really impressive.
So the kickstand, just to clarify, is a dance move.
Yeah, that's a dance move. I've been doing that since the mid '90s, man. So that's my go-to.
It's like breakdancing, right?
What's her name, first of all?
Her name was Taryn. She was beautiful. She was attractive. Long curly hair. She was definitely somebody I've never seen at the clubs before because I get in on the first name basis. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there that much. So I haven't seen her around. So I was definitely like, whoa.
So wait, you go into a club and everybody knows you by your first name, is what you're saying?
Yeah, at least I like to think so. But no, I go to this club all the time, and so I saw her. I hadn't seen her before, so I was like, okay, you go a newbie. It's kind of like rookie hazing almost a little bit.
How did she react when you fended off all the other dude humpers out there?
Well, she was definitely impressed by my ninja skills. And so I asked her if, we can hang out outside for a little bit. And, I like to keep it slow. I don't like to rush into it. So we went outside. I'm a smoker, so I didn't know if she smoked. I kind of assume everyone these days smokes, so I offered her a cigarette.
I think you should assume the opposite, sir. No one smokes anymore.
No one smokes anymore? Well, okay. Well, let me put it this way. So I offered her a cigarette, and she said, "Of course, I don't smoke." And I was like, "Well, of course, neither do I. These are e-cigarettes." So yeah, of course, no one smokes anymore. We're smoking e-cigarettes.
Oh.
It's still kind of smoking, though.
I mean, kind of. I mean, it's like smoking foreplay.
Kind of. I don't know. Like,
I offered her e-cigarette, and I don't think she was too crazy about that idea. So I went ahead, took a couple of puffs, and we went back inside.
And when you guys went back inside, did you hang out for a while after that? Was everything cool, or was she turned off by the smoking?
No. We definitely hung out for a little bit. We talked a little bit, and she was just kind of like, I don't know, man, like a deer in headlights to the whole scene, I guess, because I don't know if she ever went to a club before or if she was like a, 40-year-old virgin or something like that. I don't know. But I think I kept her entertained, and I was definitely on my A game that night. So I got her number, and I think it went great.
and so when you guys left, did she like leave with her friends? You left with your friends, and you didn't say much else to each other, or did you?
Right.
kiss,
Well, right. I didn't take her home or anything like that. I'm kind of a gentleman, but I did text her that night and just, told her good night, and I look forward to speaking with her again or seeing her again. So, yeah.
And did she text you back?
So herein lies the rub, right? I shoot her a text, told her I'm looking forward to seeing her again. A few hours go by, a day goes by, nothing. Heard nothing. So another day goes by, and, I finally get a text from her, and she says, sorry, I've just been busy. And, of course, I'm just like, well, okay, so tell me about it. You don't just kind of, like, lead with that and then nothing, right? So, I'm kind of, like, chiming in and, like, what's going on? Let's hang out. Nothing. Another day goes by. I mean, this is literally, like, going on for a week, and, like, all I'm getting from her is just, like, I've been busy.
So she's blowing you off, it seems like.
I mean, that's such an ugly word, but yeah, that's definitely what it seems like.
And why do you care so much?
To be honest with you, like I said, I go to this club a lot. I kind of go out and like to have a nice time and party, but I don't really run into too many girls that I would say, you know what, I can really settle down with this one here and offer my last name to her. You know what I mean? Just really see myself having a future with her. So I think that's why I care so much, and I haven't had that happen.
Okay.
Wow, after hanging out with her at the club for a couple hours, you feel that strongly?
I do.
Wow. I hope this works out then.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I do too, if I can ever hear from her.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
All right, cool.
Okay, hang on.
I got a condo in Manhattan. MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, every dude has it happen once in their life where they meet the woman that can tame the beast inside them.
Ooh.
And get him to settle down. And Tim is on the phone with us right now, and Tim wants his beast tamed.
Whoa, okay. Now it got
that-
dirty. It got dirty real quick, Jubal.
Isn't that right, Tim? You need your beast tamed, don't you?
I absolutely do. I love the sound of that, yeah.
I bet you do, Tim.
Tim met a girl named Taryn at the club. He met her because like other dudes were dancing on her, and he went up and saved her from all those guys, and then they hung out for a little while. But after that, she keeps texting him saying that she's busy and she can't hang out, and it's kind of obvious that she's trying to blow him off a little bit. But Tim says that he thinks that he could see a future with her after hanging out for just one night, so he really wants to get her on the phone and find out why she won't go out with him. Tim, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. Let's do it.
All right, well, we're going to call Taryn right now and see if we can get her on the phone. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, is this Taryn?
Yeah, who's this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. How are you?
I'm sorry, say that again?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You a big-time listener?
I mean, I listen to the radio.
Okay, we're on it, which is cool.
In general.
Yeah. All right, so you may not have heard us before, but at least you've heard of the radio. And we have a radio show, and one of our listeners actually asked us if we could call you.
Really?
Yeah, his name is Tim.
Tim. Oh, Tim? Whoa, why did he call you guys?
Well, that rings a
Because he
bell.
said he really liked you, and now you're kind of blowing him off, like you're telling him you're busy all the time, and you won't meet up for a second date.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Wait,
Yeah.
are you laughing because you're flattered and excited, or are you laughing because Tim's lame?
A little of both, I guess.
Of everything.
Huh. So you're kind of excited, but also he's kind of lame.
I wouldn't say lame. He's kind of corny, and he looks like he might be an okay guy, but I don't know really how to take it. I barely talk to him. I text him like a couple times, but
Yeah, we talked to him about your date.
Date? What do you mean date?
How about this? The night you met then, if it wasn't a date, really.
Yeah.
He told us about that. He told us how he kind of saved you from some other dudes who were trying to dance with you, and then you guys ended up hanging out for a while.
No way. Save me from some other dudes.
Yeah, he said, like the guys on the club that like try to hump your leg for too long. He said he rescued you from them.
If he was one of the guys that was humping my leg, then he saved me from himself. But I was doing perfectly fine.
Okay, so he didn't save you necessarily, but did you enjoy hanging out with him?
He was just coming off like kind of like machismo, like he talks to a lot of women or talks to women all the time. So I was just like, that was my first time going to that place. And it seems like he was kind of popular too, because, it was like all the waitresses were coming all over him, and, they were like high-fiving him, and he was like the party guy, I guess,
So you think he's a player, and that's why you don't want to go out with him?
Yeah, because I don't really date a lot of people. I'm pretty selective just because nowadays you just never can be too sure. So I just rather not spread my energy too thin. So
that is actually really smart.
Yeah, he just came across almost like a little bit cheesy too.
So if he would have been more sincere and kind of like, I don't know, more vulnerable about who he was, would you have given him a shot then?
I don't know. I don't know who his real self is, but he came across like, he has a monster truck or something. I don't know. It was just weird.
Okay. It's funny that you say people have ulterior motives, because I need to let you know that he's actually on the other line listening right now and wants to talk to you.
What the f***? Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
Best response ever.
Tim, are you there?
Hey, yeah, I'm here. What's going on, Taryn? How you doing?
Oh, hi, Tim.
It's nice to hear your voice.
Yeah, nice to hear yours too.
Question mark.
That's convincing. That's the Taryn I know and love.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
So you kind of surprised by all of this, or what?
Yes, like what is going on? Like, wait, what is this?
I just haven't heard from you, so I by any means necessary, I needed to hear your voice and wanted to get in contact with you again, hang out some more, and you definitely made an imprint on my life and in my heart, so I'd like to talk to you some more.
Wow, that's really sweet, Tim. This is all very flattering, but I don't know if you've been listening, but you kind of came across as someone that's like really not my type. Like I'm more of a laid back. I want someone who's just, calm, relaxed, who can be themselves. And I really didn't get that vibe from you. So I don't know. I don't feel like you would be a good match,
I tend to disagree with you on that because I think that's actually the type of guy I am. I mean, for a second, just think about our names. Tim and Taryn, they both start with T's, TNT. We're both dynamite together, right?
Oh, my God, Tim, that's what she's talking about. Do not do that. Oh, God.
It doesn't get more perfect than that.
Exactly. I feel like you have a book in your back pocket that you study before you talk to a girl. Like, that is just what I'm talking about.
I'm just naturally smooth like that. If there was something to study, then of course I'd study you.
What? No, Tim, stop. You're not hearing what she's saying at all.
What do you mean?
Tim, she wants someone to, I don't know, bare their souls to her, essentially. That's kind of intense, but...
Okay, so I get it. I'm trying to impress you, and a little nervous and all that good stuff, but it's because I really like you, and again, I don't say that too often. I don't say that to everyone. You definitely just struck my heart. The night I saw you, and I thought we had a great conversation. You had a beautiful smile, and not too many girls are okay with, e-cigs, and I was smoking my e-cig.
Stop there. Stop there, Tim. No more.
Yeah, that's love right there. If somebody is cool with their e-cig.
Forget that part, Taryn. Listen to everything else he said before. That was actually really good. Right? That was sweet.
We talked to Tim for a little bit before we called you, and he said all that stuff to us, too. He's really into you.
Well, Yeah, I mean, that's sweet and everything, but I just don't know. I don't know if we're in the right space, or me especially, for, where he's trying to go with it.
Well, why don't you find out by going out with him again? Would you go out with Tim on a second date? We will pay for it.
Taryn, before you say anything, before you answer that, I just want you to know, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, if we go out again, I know they mentioned they'll pay for it, but if the check bounces, it's on me, baby.
Oh my God. Like, does this guy ever stop? Like, are you serious?
I want us to be like Kanye and Kim, I want us to be like Oprah and Stedman, Just...
Oprah and Stedman.
What? No one's even sure Oprah's really with Stedman. Like, no.
Well, some good things come to an end, but we can try. Let's just try that.
Tim, you are definitely a funny, charming guy. I think you would probably be wonderful for the right girl. However, I just don't see our yin and yang matching up. I don't think we would be a good fit. So I'm going to have to pass on the second date.
Really? I thought you'd give him a second chance.
I really thought I would too, but he couldn't turn it off, so I don't want it.
Taryn, look, we don't even have to even address the yin yang part until you're ready. Like, that's how serious I am. I'm ready to, lay it down, put everyone to the side, I'll burn the black book if I have to, get myself a Metro PCS mobile, track phone and get rid of all my contacts. I will do that.
Whoa,
He's ready to end everything and just focus on you, Taryn. Are you sure?
You know what, Tim? I'm going to reward your persistence, and I'm going to tell you, yes, I will go on the second date with you.
Whoa! What was that?
You're serious, Taryn. You go out with him again?
Just one date. That's it. I'm not making any promises for anything else, but I will give him a real official date.
Yay!
We'll do that.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about. This is like my Rocky Balboa moment. This is like when Rocky got the shot at the champ, Apollo Creed, man. This is what I'm talking about, Taryn. You don't know how much, we're going to do the world a favor. We just did the world a favor. You and I together, I'm telling you.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm telling you.
Tim, please do not make me regret my decision. Please do not make me regret.
You won't regret it. I'm so pumped to go out with you. That's all. You will not regret this. I promise.
You hear that, Taryn? It sounds like you've tamed the beast.
Oh, I don't even know what that means, but we'll see.
She tamed the beast. She tamed it. Oh, my God.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. You got
MOViN 92.5. Second date update.
In the dating world, they say, when you know, you just know.
Yeah.
In the bathroom world, they say, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Okay, also true.
Yeah.
And in the Christmas world, they say, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
I love that
Are we going to rhyme the entire segment, or?
I'm just saying there's lots of great sayings out there.
Okay.
About knowing and going and snowing.
Mm-hmm. Flowing? Are
Flowing,
we gonna flow?
sure.
I
I'm
don't
sure there's
know.
some about growing.
Yeah.
Frozen, let it going.
Yeah.
There we go.
But one of our listeners, Johnny's on the phone with us because he said he had one of those feelings during his date where he just knew something was special about the woman he was with.
Oh, I love these.
And that's why he contacted us. What's up, Johnny?
Thanks for having me, you guys. I really appreciate it.
So I love these romantic stories, but there's also, it makes me so nervous because there's so much on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Like with normal second daters, they're like, yeah, we went out once, they're not calling me back. You don't lose a whole lot. But Johnny, it sounds like you're already invested.
Yeah, I just felt this strong connection. Her name's Maya, by the way. We met on a dating app.
We didn't ask for her name.
Yeah.
Do not give us her name. We like nameless people.
Play by our rules.
So sorry. Her name's Maya. That's cool.
Yeah, we met on one of the dating apps, and then instantly she just had such a unique look. This is something that I really like. She didn't have perfect teeth, and I really like that.
Okay.
You like crooked teeth.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, you should go to England sometime, man. You would love it over there.
I mean, it just shows to me that, like, she's not rich. She didn't have, like, dental work done. She's not too full of herself. She's not bougie, you know? I kind
Right.
of like
Okay.
And she's not caught up in like aesthetics or, whatever.
Yeah, or she doesn't have a dental plan.
Yeah, that too.
Who knows?
Or she likes her teeth.
Yeah.
Could be that simple.
So what did you and Maya do for your date?
So it was supposed to be just like a quick coffee date, you know? But it went so well. We just bonded. We kept talking about how our parents used to take us to baseball games. And it might have even been that we were at a couple of the same games and just never even knew it.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it was really, I don't know, I really liked it. And we ended up hanging out even more then. Like afterwards, I was like, do you want to just kind of go to the park? So we went to the park. We rented tandem bikes. And she was like, yeah, she was like really into it.
I mean, tandem bikes always sound like they're a romantic idea, but I don't know if they're actually romantic in practice because I think about riding a bike and sweating and heavy breathing.
I think it's cute, but like 2 minutes in, I'd be like, okay, this is a bad idea.
Yeah. Was it romantic, Johnny?
I think the idea of it was more romantic. Like I had fun because I was with her. But to be honest, like now that you say it, like I was sitting in the back and she was in the front.
Okay, good call.
Why is that a good call?
Dude, you don't want the girl sitting behind you. One, you can't see around a dude very well, right? Because you guys are taller typically. And two, exactly. Like you don't know, like if you have like crack sweat or something, like you just don't need to be concentrating on that for the entire time.
Dude, I never thought of that.
I mean, your pants are hanging down too low. Maybe your like little hairy crack is hanging out. I don't know. There's just a lot of variables there, and it's smart to put the girl in front.
I have a feeling that you have some experience with this.
I mean, I've thought this out.
Okay.
I have.
So how did it go on the tandem bike?
So we were pedaling around the park, and this group of teenagers were there, and they started kind of making fun of our tandem bike. And
What do you say at someone that's like mean about a tandem bike? Ha ha, you found love. What kind of insults could you possibly throw?
I think they're just unhappy people in their own lives,
Yeah.
you know? But when we circled around then, we ran into them again, and I kind of felt like I have to defend her honor. I can't let them like call her a loser or anything like that, or us. I threw a stick at one of them.
What? You threw a stick at the teenagers?
Just to scare them, not to injure them. Nobody was injured.
Okay.
I mean, I would have gone with just ignoring them because they're teenagers, but I'm sure they'll never call out anybody on a tandem bike again after that stick incident.
That'll get them.
Scare them to the core.
Yeah.
So how did this date end?
So basically, we just rode around for a little bit more, called it a day, but we kept in touch via text. Like, I really felt a strong connection. And then she said she was going to go out of town for a few days to be with her folks.
Okay.
But now it's been 2 weeks, and I haven't heard anything back. I'm almost wondering, did I scare her away when I threw the stick more than the kids?
That could be. I mean, either that or, I mean, it could be just as simple as she didn't feel as strongly as you did. You know, sometimes people have a hard time judging that when they're overly interested.
Right. Was there like a kiss or a hug at the end of the date?
There was a hug and a kiss on the cheek.
That's sweet.
That's always a good sign.
Yeah, and it was a day date. You know, it's kind of weird to go in for a full makeout session on a day date.
Especially after a bike ride. And...
Yeah.
Speak for yourself, Brooke.
Okay. Parks make you excited, apparently.
Yeah. You do not.
That's why he's not allowed in them anymore.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, here's what we're going to do for you, Johnny. We're going to play a song. We'll come back and we'll call Maya and we'll try and get you your second date update, okay?
Sounds great.
All right, hold on. All right, if you're just tuning in for the second date update, we're on the phone with a guy named Johnny. And Johnny sounds like your all-American guy.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he loves baseball. He loves tandem bikes. He loves throwing sticks at rowdy teens in public parks.
Oh, come on.
But most of all, Johnny likes a woman named Maya, who he met online and had an instant connection with. And he wants to know why she's not calling him back. And Johnny, have you considered that maybe she met a guy with a bigger bike? Or
Jeffrey, it's not the size of the bike, okay? It's how you drive it.
okay, maybe maybe a guy with a bigger stick then.
Okay.
We had a tandem bike. That's a pretty big bike.
Oh, he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Johnny.
Okay.
Real good point.
Try fitting that bike into her trunk.
Yeah.
But
Johnny, you know, I am rooting for you in this. I just want to let you know. I really hope that you get another date with this girl. And I hope that it just comes to the fact where she said that she was going to visit her parents and maybe she extended her stay for 2 weeks and that's why she hasn't called you.
Like, I haven't felt this way about anybody in a long time, so hopefully that's the case.
I mean, we're going to try and get you back on that tandem bike.
Fingers crossed.
Okay.
All right.
Hopefully you're not by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sad.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'm down the number.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Maya, please?
Hi, yes, speaking.
Hi, Maya. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning. I'm hoping you have a second to talk with us.
Okay.
We're doing something called a second date update. It's a segment we do on our show where if you go out on a date with somebody and afterwards, if they're not calling you back, you can email us and we'll reach out to that person for you to try and figure out the reason why.
Yeah. Okay, so you're calling me then?
Yes, that's how this works. And I'm calling you about a guy that you recently went out with. His name's Johnny.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm trying to read your emotions and I'm having a hard time here. What did you think about Johnny?
I don't know. It was fine.
Yeah, because Johnny told us about your date a little bit because he mentioned you guys got coffee together and it went so well, according to him, that you went to a park and rode some tandem bikes. And was that fun?
Yeah, I mean, the coffee was nice. He told you a lot, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he had a lot of kind things to say about you. He really thinks that you're a really special person.
That's nice. I don't... This is just weird for me that he told you about our date.
I understand.
It's a weird situation, especially
Yeah.
on the radio. We get that.
I mean, he didn't share anything too personal. I mean, he just really wants to understand why you guys haven't gone out again.
I mean, was there an incident that happened or did he say something kind of weird or off-putting?
I don't know if he told you that the whole thing with the teenagers, like there were these kids that were kind of giving us a bad time.
Yeah, he told us about that. And then he threw a stick at them to defend your honor.
Oh, he told you that. Okay, yeah.
Did that impress you?
No.
What, he trying to beat up teenagers with a stick?
Oh, you are quick to violence. I think I want another date.
Yeah. I think he actually kind of regretted that a little bit. Like, he knew that was maybe silly that he did that, but he wasn't trying to hurt anyone.
Just a reaction.
Yeah, I mean, it was like super weird when he did it. And then, like, we both like baseball, and his throw was really wimpy. That was the more awkward part, to be honest with you.
Really?
I mean...
That was a little sissy throw, I'm not going to lie.
Did he underhand it?
Oh, my God.
I will say, growing up playing baseball, it is kind of a manly sign if a guy can throw a baseball.
Or a girl, like anybody. Like, I would agree. Like, watching someone who's bad at throwing a baseball throw it is maybe the most... I mean, it's an instant turn off.
Yeah.
Like a limp wrist, a weird elbow.
All your respect is gone.
Or like a weird grunt like,
Yeah.
But give him a break. He was on a bicycle when he was throwing,
Yeah.
right?
It's a funny visual, though.
it is, but is that really a reason to not call a guy back for a date?
Well, no. I mean, after we said goodbye, I was getting in my car, and I saw him jogging back to the park. So I thought that he might go beat up one of the teenagers or something.
Oh, no, not
Please don't tell me he did that.
That is over the line.
Did you follow him? Did you drive around to see?
Well, I kind of found a tree, and I hid behind it, and I was looking, and he did go back to the group, and I got kind of scared. But instead of fighting with them, started vaping with them.
Did you go out with an undercover teenager and didn't know it?
What's up, bros? You got any juice? I got my Jewel right here. Let's go.
Are you joking?
I'm not joking.
You're joking. He wasn't vaping.
Gosh.
He went with the teenagers and was like chilling with them and passing around vapes, which is like super.
Strawberry clouds, bro.
Oh my God.
So wait, what do you?
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, he went back to like apologize, and then that turned into like a love session, or
I don't know if he's like actually a really young guy and he like knew them, and he just lied on the dating app. Like, I don't know.
I don't know either, Maya, but I do know one way we can find out.
Okay.
we can just ask him directly because I need to tell you, he's been on the other line listening and he heard everything that you just said.
He's on the phone?
Yeah. Johnny?
Hey, so you weren't supposed to see that. That's really embarrassing. I mean, yeah, I did do everything she said, but it's not what it seems like. I just wanted to make sure I didn't scare them so much, so I just wanted to go apologize and like a peace treaty, just smoke a little vape.
Peace pipe, but it says vape?
Yeah.
Is that really what happened?
Yeah, I just felt bad that they might be scared, and I didn't want that to turn into like a psychological issue for them where they're scared of going to the park that old man on a tandem bike might throw a stick at them.
So you didn't know.
Maya, what do you think?
I mean, okay, so hi, Johnny. How old are you? Like, legitimately?
The same age on my dating app. I wouldn't lie about, like, everything is true.
Not remember that age?
I will say, now that she brings it up, Johnny, you do sound kind of young.
Yeah.
And you brought her to a coffee shop. You guys didn't have alcohol. Like, that's another indication. Are you 21?
Do you have TikTok? This is the real test.
I am 21, and I do have TikTok.
I don't know, Brooke has it too.
So how old are you, Johnny?
I'm 25.
What year were you born?
You're not going to trick me with this. Like, I don't want to feel like this guy who's lying. Like, honestly.
Well, if you're 25, then you'll know what year you were born.
I can't do the math. I trust it.
I know, I can't do the math either. Dang it.
He got us.
It doesn't matter. Maya, where are you at with this? Do you believe him?
I mean, if you're not a teenager, why are you just vaping with random teenagers who you threw a stick at?
Yeah, it's not a good look for a 25-year-old, bro.
Look at these clowns.
They were older teens, not younger
okay.
19.
Yeah.
I don't think that argument has ever held up in a court of law.
I just wanted to make sure they were okay. You know, I did throw a stick at them.
Yeah.
It didn't hit them. I didn't throw it with full force.
Well, that's nice.
But I wanted to go back and just you know, talk to them like, yo, that's not cool what you did.
I don't know what to believe.
Me either.
I mean, if that's true, it's kind. I mean, you've got that, right, Maya?
Okay.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm really trying here.
Nice.
She's like, yeah, it's kind of creepy.
I mean...
But if he's not lying, you guys, it is nice to be with someone who can make a mistake and then fix it or apologize for it immediately. That's a mature thing to do.
That's true.
Well, at this point, I need to ask you, Maya, would you like to go out on a second date with Johnny? You guys can vape together on a tandem bike. And then we'll pay for it.
We'll buy you jewels.
Yeah.
Listen, I truly do not want to get in trouble legally or whatever for dating a kid.
Oh.
I can't believe what I'm hearing here.
She doesn't believe
What if he could prove his birth date?
Yeah.
I don't want him showing up with a fake ID. No, thank you. This has been literally the worst.
First of all, thank you for the youthful compliment, but no fake ID needed.
Yeah, we're just going to have his mom come and bring his birth certificate, and then we'll show you in person that way.
It'll be easy because he still lives with her.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed.
So, sorry, Johnny. I guess no matter what we say, she's not going to believe your age, and that means no date.
Yeah, it's all
All
good.
right.
I thought we had something.
Maybe go talk to your bros. They'll make you feel better at the park.
Yeah.
We did, Addie.
Today, Tara is on the phone to do a second date, and I'm just going to go ahead and guess that Tara is scary.
What?
Because
Why?
her email says that she took a dude back to her house, and then he just kind of like got skittish and ran off before the end of the night before anything could happen. Also, I've dated a few Taras, and Taras are always scary. Tara, how are you?
Hi.
Yep, scary. You sound scary.
Oh my God.
I see what you're talking about, Jubal.
Hang up.
I'm not scary.
Okay.
We'll find out in a little while when we try to get this dude on the phone. Before we get into what happened on your date, what's the name of the guy that you want to call today?
Ben.
Ben, all right. And where'd you meet Ben?
We met at a bar.
Okay. That's a very old school way to meet people these days.
I know. It was nice.
And did you approach him or the other way around?
He came up to me first.
Okay. And then when you guys met at the bar, is this a date you're talking about, or did you guys actually go out and do something?
We actually went out. We had just talked a little bit for the bar, kind of exchanged numbers. We're both with separate groups.
Okay.
Were you shocked when you actually got a call?
I was. I really was. He texted me, and I was like, oh, my God. The guy from the bar texted me.
Nice.
Okay, so what'd you guys do when you went out?
We went to get tacos.
Nice.
Ooh,
That's
tacos.
a good date. Who doesn't love tacos?
Yeah. We were there for, I don't know, probably like 5 hours or so. It was a long,
Holy
date.
cow. That's a lot of tacos.
Yeah. Just wasn't tacos. There was alcohol, too. We had lots of drinks.
Okay.
All right.
And we were, talking about where we went to school and our families. And, we had a lot of same interests.
Okay, it sounds like you guys were hitting it off.
Yeah, definitely. I thought it was going really great.
And your email said that you guys actually went back to your house?
Yeah. I asked him back to my place.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, yeah, I'd love to.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. And then, we got back and, I gave him a tour and, we ended up in my room.
Okay.
Sorry, what?
No, that's it. We're just waiting. I think it's funny how.
I'm all excited.
Yeah. So you start making out in your bedroom, I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
we're making out or whatever. And, I felt like things, were probably going to go to the next level. So I was like, I need to go to the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
And when I came out, he wasn't in my room anymore.
What?
And
Where was he?
he was putting on his shoes at the front door.
Okay, so this is when he left?
Yeah, and I asked him if everything was okay, and he said yeah, and he would text me when he got home, and he didn't really say anything else.
Wow.
Do you think-
Okay, so do you think anything could have happened in the time you guys were messing around, you went to the bathroom, came out, that would have made him have second thoughts?
I'm not sure. I went back to my room, and then looked like my closet door was open, so maybe he did some snooping. But other than that, nothing happened when I was with him.
And you don't have all of your boyfriend's clothes in your closet, and it just dawned on him that you weren't single or something like that.
I have private things in there I wouldn't want him to see, but nothing out of the ordinary that I think that would make someone immediately want to leave my house.
Okay, so no dead bodies.
Right. No, there's no dead bodies in my closet.
Okay. So has he talked to you at all since he left?
No. He didn't even text me that he was home, and yeah, I've been trying to get a hold of him, and I just don't get it because it was a really great date.
Do you think there's any chance that you were moving too fast for him?
Maybe that's it, yeah. It seemed like he was into it, and things were going great.
But if he liked you and it was just that you're moving a little too fast, you'd think he would at least respond to you and still talk to you.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Most guys, that's the best moment when they think they're going to get some. So I don't know what scared him off.
Yeah, I guess if he's not used to that, maybe that would be a red flag for him. I don't know. I'm trying to put myself in his shoes to figure out what went wrong.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It'd be a very rare dude if he's not used to that. Yeah. But maybe, who knows? Maybe he's a virgin or something like that, and he got just scared and ran out of the house.
That's true.
Right. Yeah. He didn't seem like he was very religious or anything or conservative on the date, but
And I feel if you spend 5 hours with somebody and a full-on makeout session, you know whether they're a virgin or not.
Yeah. He's a good kisser?
yeah, he was a great kisser.
Okay.
All right. We'll play a song and then come back and call him and get your second date, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, hang on. Everybody knows that the one thing you do as soon as somebody leaves you alone in their house is you start rifling through all of their personal things to see what kind of people they really are.
Of course.
I do it to myself even when I'm home. I go through my own stuff and I'm surprised by things all the time. Like,
Who
whoa,
am I?
what's this stack of unpaid bills? What a deadbeat this guy is. Anyway, that's the situation that Tara, who's on the phone for a second date right now, thinks she might be dealing with. She went out with a dude named Ben. They hung out, went back to her place, and they were making out in the bedroom. Seemed like it was going to lead to other places. She got up to go to the bathroom, and then when she came out, he was already putting on his shoes and wanted to leave. And she thinks maybe he looked through her closet and might have seen something that he shouldn't have seen, although I don't know what that would be. But that's the only excuse that she can think of.
And what do you think the item is that could have scared him in your closet? Do you have any idea?
I honestly have no idea. In my head, I think maybe there's another girl. I don't know.
In the closet?
Oh, you mean that he's
Yeah,
actually...
you have another girl in your closet?
No.
Okay, because that would be kind of scary, you know?
You mean that maybe he was dating someone else and he had a moment of being a conscious moral person and that he
Yeah,
shouldn't...
maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
There's nothing in my closet that should make someone run for the hills.
Okay. Did he seem kind of weird when he was leaving?
He got really quiet. So if I was in a relationship, and maybe he thought oh, I'm near cheating and kind of needed to get out of there.
Yeah.
I think if you're on a date with somebody and making out with her in the back bedroom, you've crossed the line of cheating already, but whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can figure it out for you, okay?
Okay, cool.
Okay. Hi, is this Ben?
Yeah. Who's this?
Ben, what's up, dude? How are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Sorry, who is this?
Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Are you guys trying to like sell something?
No, I'm not trying to sell it. Selling radios. Yeah. No, not trying to sell you anything. It's a radio show, and one of our listeners emailed us about you. That's why we're calling.
Okay.
It's somebody that you went on a date with.
That's weird. Okay.
We do a segment on our show. It's called The Second Dates, where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not talking to them after, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And we got an email from Tara the other day.
From Tara. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You remember going out with Tara?
Yeah, I mean, it was just like a one day thing.
Right. Yeah, she told us about your date.
What did she tell you guys?
Well, she told us that you guys hung out, had some drinks and tacos, and then went back to her place, and you started messing around a little bit, and then she got up to go to the bathroom, and by the time she got out, you were like putting on your shoes and seemed kind of sketched out and were leaving.
Yeah.
And she said that she thought you two were having a great time, so she doesn't understand why you bailed and then aren't calling her back.
So she emailed you guys about that?
Well,
yeah.
You weren't getting back to her, so, I mean, you could probably understand if someone bails with no word in the middle of a makeout session, you're going to wonder what happened.
So she went through all that. She emailed you guys. And I mean, I don't know. That sounds kind of desperate, right?
I mean, yeah, maybe she is a little desperate, but regardless, she liked you a lot. Did you not like her?
No, I'm not really into her.
What?
Any particular reason?
I mean, it just kind of, we got weird when we got back to her place.
So everything was good up until her place?
Yeah, I didn't have any idea about, like, I don't know. I don't really, I don't feel like safe, like, telling y'all.
You don't feel safe telling us?
You're safe, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's, like, the smartest thing for me.
Why?
I mean, I left for, like, a really, like, specific reason. You know, it was like...
Yeah, that was the thing that was confusing to me about her story was you're hanging out with her for so long, you go back to her place, you guys are messing around. Clearly you liked her at a certain point, and then you just bounced.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to, like, say. Is it...
Should she know what it is? Like, are you baffled that she doesn't know why you left?
I mean, I think she has some idea. I doubt I'm the first person to, like, kind of not be into that.
Not be into? Oh, okay, so she's into freaky stuff.
I don't know what she's really into. I don't know. I don't feel, like, comfortable talking about it.
Okay, well, look, whenever anybody agrees to do one of these second dates, we always tell them that they might hear something that they're not going to like. So she's prepared to hear whatever the reason is.
I don't know about this one. I don't know if she wants me telling everyone this.
Well,
oh my God,
I mean,
was it
but
something
we
that you...
told her, like, she knows that her dirty laundry could be aired. So if you're telling me she's into some weird stuff, she's fully prepared to put that out there. I mean, we warned her.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if she's okay with hearing whatever, then yeah, I'll tell you.
Sweet.
Oh my gosh, I'm dying to know.
Yeah, me too.
So I was just, like, sitting there while she was in the restroom, kind of, like, looked around. I saw, like, on her nightstand, there's this thing that looked like it was kind of half under her lamp, and it looks like she was trying to hide it. So I grab it, and it's this checklist.
Okay.
And on the top of it, it said things to get.
Things to get.
Like her grocery store list or something.
Yeah, it's real different than that.
Okay, what are the things that she needs to get that freaked you out?
So it had, like, long blonde, and it had, like, a check mark next to it.
Uh-huh.
And then it, like, said short black, and it had, like, another check mark next to that.
Uh-huh.
So I'm looking at this thing, and I'm thinking, this is weird. Like, what's happening here? Like, and then the next one was said short men's brown, and there was, like, nothing after. It was just, like, blank.
She sounds like she's talking about hair.
Brown.
Yeah. So, you know, that's what I was thinking, too.
Right. Like maybe she's a hairstylist or there's, like, a wig that she's, I don't know.
She's just collecting hair?
I don't know. Because I have short brown hair. So I was thinking, okay, and there's, like, weird coincidence. And then I opened the nightstand, and it's like these bags of hair. So it got me thinking.
She had bags of hair in her nightstand?
Oh.
Like how big?
Like gallon-sized bags.
Oh, my
Wow.
God.
You think she was going out with you to try to harvest your hair?
She's going to shave you in the middle of the night,
Dude,
bro.
I think she was trying to get my hair.
What? What? There's no way. There's got to be some logical explanation for this. You think you went out with a psycho hair collector?
I mean, that's what those bags were, right? So
yeah,
it just really freaked me out. She was obviously hiding that list, and then like these were, these bags of hair were just sitting there. And like, I don't know, I kind of got some creepy vibes from her just as a person, but I thought she was hot, so I went back to her plate.
And that's how she gets your hair.
Which happened to all the other men, too.
If I went back to a chick's house and there were bags of human hair there, I would have a few questions. I feel you on that.
Yeah, so I kind of just got out of there.
I can't believe you didn't ask her about them.
No, you don't want to make
You don't want to make her angry. Yeah, that's.
I wouldn't be able to hold that in. I would be freaking out and yelling at her from the bedroom to the bathroom. Like, what is going on?
I wanted to live another day, so I left.
Okay. Well, Ben, I do have to tell you something, though. She's actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah. And now we're all scared. Tara, are you still there?
Yeah, Ben, this is Tara.
Why are you laughing? You're laughing, hair lady. That's even more psycho.
No, I can't believe this. Like, you have it all wrong and completely jumped to conclusions. Like, I'm like, don't know why you didn't ask me.
You want to talk about this? You want to tell everyone about your...
I mean, yeah. The checklist you saw was for hair. Like, that is correct.
Okay, so you do collect hair.
The bags in the nightstand are hair.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sounding worse.
And you're so happy about it.
No, it's funny. It's funny to me because I sound like a murderer on the radio. I am not a murderer.
What are you doing with bags of hair?
No, I make hair dolls, and I sell them on Etsy.
Hair dolls?
And I know that's
What?
weird. So I have a couple friends who work at salons, and was thinking, like, okay, they're just throwing it out. What if I use them to, like, kind of be artistic and make art and make, like, a silly thing? People ended up loving them, and I make pretty good money doing it.
So you make dolls out of hair, just hair dolls.
Real hair.
Yeah, and people are obsessed with them.
Wait, hold
Okay,
on.
now it's still sounding creepy to me. It just got creepier, actually. Somehow you went from being a murderer creepy to now you're just somebody who sits in your house and makes hair dolls.
I mean, if you make the money I make doing them, you do it too. So maybe
So
other
you're
people are
trying to
doing
get
it.
my hair for a hair doll?
That's not a list for you. That was not you. You just happened to have short brown hair. Like, I just needed, like, a shorter hair for the doll I was making, and I needed to tell my friend that I needed that.
I mean, it just seems weird that you keep all this hair in your drawer and that you're collecting it and selling it.
I mean, yeah, that does sound really weird, but, like, I'm not lying about it. You know, like, I can give you my friend Shannon's number. She's the main girl I get the hair from.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, I'm not, like, trying to take your hair and, you know, put voodoo spells on you. I promise you, I'm not doing that.
No, I mean, that's fine. Like, I don't think you're lying about this, but the truth isn't, like, better.
Yes, it is, Ben. I mean, kind of.
I'm not saying it's not weird. It's very weird. But, I mean, it's how I make extra income. I went on 2 vacations last year with this money I made with these hair dolls. So
Wow,
Wait, what
that's
kind
pretty
of
good.
people are buying hair dolls made out of a stranger's hair? Like,
I don't know. I have no...
People that like your hair dolls.
are they
Are you
cute?
promised that you weren't trying to harvest Ben's hair?
No.
Like you didn't see him when you're out at the bar and you're like, that's exactly what I need for my next hair doll. Must get him back to my place.
No, I'm not a creepy hair witch. I don't try to find hair victims. I literally just tell my friend from the salon, like, hey, if you have this, let me know.
I've never, ever gone out with anyone that specializes in making hair dolls.
Well, why don't you expand your horizons a little bit, Ben? Would you like to go out with Tara again on a second date? We will pay for it.
No, I think I'm good, guys. This whole thing's kind of creeping me out. It's weird.
Come on,
Are you
Ben.
sure?
It's a hobby. Everybody has weird hobbies.
I can give you my Etsy shop, and you can look at them and see how ridiculous they are.
No, I get what the hair dolls are. I'm really cool if I don't see these hair dolls. I don't really want a hair doll. I don't need to know any more about these hair dolls. I think I'm good. Thank you.
Aw, boo.
Okay, well, then I will ask you, since we're kind of friends a little bit now, maybe you could donate. You know, let me know when you get your next haircut.
See, you are still trying to get his hair. Now,
You're still trying to get my hair. No, absolutely not.
You have a great set of hair, Ben. Deal with it.
Thank you. I'm going to keep it.
Maybe Brooke and Jubal would want to donate, Ben.
absolutely. I've been helping somebody make a doll out of my hair for years. Nobody's ever taken me up on it, though.
Sweet. I'll give you the 10% commission.
All right.
cool.
Sweet.
I'm
I'll
in
send you
too.
all my hair, all of my body hair. You get it, Tara. You know, we learn a lot from second dates. And one of the things that we haven't talked about enough that I think we're learning is that when you go out on a first date with somebody, do not let them use the bathroom. Well, don't let them go to the bathroom. If they have to use the bathroom, you make sure they relieve themselves right in your plain sight. Right there at the table. Make sure they relieve themselves right there at the table.
I
okay?
have not learned that. You're the other one that's picked that up.
Not only is it sexy, we already know that, but every time somebody goes to the bathroom, they disappear. We hear that all the time in second dates.
If someone's going to ditch, that's when they do it.
Where people go out with someone and then they go, excuse me, I got to go tinkle real quick. And then they're never to be heard from again. And that's what happened to Tara, who's on the phone for a second date right now. What's up, Tara?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
He ditched you on a bathroom break?
Yeah, never let your date go to the freaking bathroom.
Oh
Yep,
my God.
that's what I'm saying.
Like, don't break the seal. Oh my God.
Okay, well, before we get into him ditching you, where'd you meet this dude?
So we'd met on Bumble, and we'd been like chatting for a little bit. And he was like a funny dude. Like, we got along. And I was supposed to go to a concert with a friend. And then last minute, she totally ditches me, and I really wanted to go, and I didn't have anybody to go with. So I basically like took a chance, asked this guy if he'd come with me to the show, and he did, and it was fun.
Okay. What's his name, by the way?
His name's Ben.
Ben.
That's
okay.
like a good opening that you took.
Yeah, like super chill, but not too much conversation, just enough.
Right.
And did you guys have fun?
It was a blast. We had so much fun. We were like dancing around. He was enjoying the show too. So I don't know.
I feel like you don't have a good take on his actual emotions if he left in the middle of the date.
Not at all. I literally don't get it. We were having such a good time up to that point. Literally 5 minutes before we were making out. Like, I don't get it.
What?
Oh, wow. He made out with you and everything?
Yeah, we were dancing. I mean, there was kind of like this one point where we were dancing and it was like really crowded and we kind of like lost each other for maybe like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, we found each other, and right after that is when, like, the making out ensued. So I figured it was fine.
Right, and if he was going to ditch you, why wouldn't he ditch you when you lost each other?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that would have been the perfect time to get out and be like, oh, sorry, it was crowded, and I thought maybe
find
you
you.
left, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And then, like, a little bit later, after all of these fun things, he was like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. And then apparently the bathroom ate him.
Is there any way that you said it was so crowded, maybe he really honestly couldn't find you again?
See, that's what I was thinking, but even if you can't find somebody, you usually answer your phone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so
So,
sorry.
And even if it's like dead that night, you call maybe the next day or...
Exactly.
Okay, and you haven't heard anything from him at all?
Not at all. Nothing.
So what are you feeling right now? Are you pissed? Are you...
I'm just annoyed and confused. Like, honestly, he's a Bumble dude, so saying I'm pissed is, like, a little far.
Okay.
But I'm just confused. Like, I give you a free ticket to a great show, I dance on you, and then we make out. And that was so fun. And then you leave?
Mm-hmm.
Like, really? Yeah. Really? Like, I know I'm a great kisser. Sorry if you're not. But...
Was there anything awkward that happened after the kiss?
No, like, other than us losing each other, which didn't seem like that big of a deal.
Oh, my God. What if he was cheating on you, and then when he kissed you, he felt guilty and he had to go?
Oh, well, there's an idea.
Yeah, didn't think about that one yet, did you?
No, that hadn't crossed my mind. Thank you.
How many times have you tried to reach out to him since you guys hung out?
I mean, I texted him quite a few times that night just because I was worried. And then the next day I hit him up. And then a couple days after that, and then I just left it alone.
Yeah. And because he hasn't responded at all.
Yeah, at all.
You're not being creepy at all. That's like the perfect amount of...
Yeah, I mean...
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
And texting him a few times that night, like after you can't find him, is understandable. You didn't freak out on him, did you?
No, I was just like, hey, man, is everything good? Like, where are you at? And then I was like, okay, I can't find you. And then I was like, dude, I'm going to leave in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's normal.
Dude, you're being a lot more chill about this than I think I would be.
Yeah.
I think I'd be really mad. Like,
I've had time to process, and again, I mean, he was really cute, but like I've also matched with way cuter guys, so I just want to know, like, it was a blast. Like, I just want to know why.
Okay.
Right.
Well, we'll play a song, come back, and call him and get your second date, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on. If you're just joining us for today's second date, Tara is on the phone, and she went to a concert with a dude named Ben, and she got ditched. He said he had to go to the bathroom and then left, and she hasn't heard from him since. And if you were listening to the first part, I said earlier, this is proof that you shouldn't let people leave to go to the bathroom on a date. You should make them do it right there in front of you. And I take that back. That's a little bit extreme. But I think from now on, if you're on a date and somebody says they have to go to the bathroom, you simply just follow them into the bathroom so that you know they won't leave you. Much better idea. Tara, you want to try that next time?
Actually, yes, I'm taking notes.
Okay, good.
Have you ever been ditched before on a date?
No, never. I'm usually the one that does the ditching, which is why this is even more confusing.
How long did you wait at the concert before you realized, oh my God, he's just gone?
I mean, I was still really enjoying the show, so I definitely stayed till the end and then was like, oh, I don't know you people around me.
So you still enjoyed the concert at least?
Oh, most definitely. It didn't let that ruin it.
Oh, good. I like your attitude.
Like I said, I really just want to know why he would ditch me. Everything seemed like it was going so well.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can figure it out for you. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Ben, please?
Yeah, this is Ben.
Hello, Ben.
Hi.
How are ye today?
I'm doing okay.
Ye is Spanish for you.
Huh?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, sorry, I should have introduced myself. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm calling you today because one of our listeners actually emailed us asking if we get in touch with you.
I don't really know why that's happening, but
Well,
okay.
That's what we're here for.
Do a segment on our show called The Second Date. That's where if somebody goes out on a date and then the person doesn't call them back after, they can email us to get that person on the phone and ask what happened. So you went on a date recently with a girl named Tara.
Yeah, I did. She wants you to call me?
Yeah, because she's been trying to get a hold of you, but you haven't answered any of her texts or phone calls or anything. And
I mean, she's a bit of a weirdo. That kind of makes sense.
What?
She's a weirdo?
A little bit, yeah.
Wait, a weirdo that you've made out with?
What? No. Weirdo that I absolutely did not make out with.
Well, she told us that you did make out.
That you kissed her?
I don't know where that idea came from.
Wait, did you go to a concert with her?
I did go to a concert with her. Yeah, that's true. But there was no making out at this concert.
Okay, well, her story doesn't really match yours then, other than the concert thing.
Okay, so she's telling you that I made out with her?
Yeah, she says that you went to a concert, you guys made out, and then shortly after that, you went to the bathroom and disappeared.
Okay, no.
Wait, no on what? I mean, you already said no on the kissing. Did you ditch her, though? Did you go to the bathroom and ditch her?
I didn't go to the bathroom. I guess, strictly speaking, I ditched her because she was hardly paying attention to me, and I just left.
Okay, so you did you did ditch her.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, strictly speaking, I did ditch her.
Okay, wait, hold on. Go over the night. I want to hear what happened in your words.
Okay, like you said, she got in touch with me, invited me out to the show, and, she was like in full-on party mode when we got there. Like, she was looking around all the time. Like, she was fascinated by, like, the lighting at the venue and was paying more attention to that than to me.
Well, in her defense, did they have good lighting? Because I'm a big fan of lighting.
I mean, it was cool, but it was like a moth to a flame, man. It was just the intensity of the focus was just.
Okay.
But you're at a concert. Like, what do you expect her to do? Just talk to you the whole time? You're supposed to listen to the show and pay attention to the show.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we got there a little bit early, and when I would try to talk to her, she would be kind of staring off over my shoulder at something, and she'd be like, yeah. Like, she would just say, yeah, and then go off on this whole other tangent.
Okay.
Really?
Was she on drugs?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of hope so. Otherwise, she's in for a really weird life.
Okay.
Once the show started, we were dancing, I've never seen dancing like this. She's just like flailing all over the place and hopping up and down and left and right. Like I've seen enthusiastic dancing, and this was like verging on manic dancing.
Okay, she's a manic dancer.
And then we got separated in the crowd, and I tried to re-find her. I looked for a minute or two, but then I realized, like, I'm just going to be putting myself back into this really weird situation. So I decided to leave.
Okay.
I want to know where the makeout comes from, though, because she told us that you guys made out. You lost each other for a few minutes and then found each other again and made out, and then you said you had to go to the bathroom and left.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, there was no making out between...
You're a liar. You are so a liar.
Terry, you were supposed to wait.
I'm sorry, but you are a liar. We totally made out.
Hey,
I don't know who
Ben, that's Tara, if you can't tell already. She was on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so what's the deal? Why are you lying? We totally made out. And then you ditched me.
I don't know what to tell you, Tara. We didn't make out. After we got separated, I never saw you again. I left.
No.
And
we totally found each other. And then we were like grinding up on each other, and then the making out happened.
What?
Don't you remember? You pulled me in. It was like a little sloppy. You nibbled my ear a little bit, and then it was like a lot sloppy. It wasn't the best kiss ever, but I mean, you know what? I wasn't going to hold it against you until now because you're lying.
Well, yeah, I don't really have a response to that.
Are you lying, Ben? Did you make out with her and you just don't want to say that you made out with her and ditched her?
No, I'm not lying. I didn't make out with her. I'm becoming increasingly glad that I didn't make out with her.
Oh my gosh. Tara, how were you sober? I mean, how sober were you, Tara, when this happened?
I mean, I wasn't like exactly sober-ish. Totally. I mean, I was really excited about this concert, so I may have like done a little something to make it more fun.
I guess it worked because you were having plenty of fun.
Tara, were you like doing something else besides alcohol?
Yes, I was.
Oh.
Okay.
To be totally honest.
All
Just
right.
wanted to make sure we were all clear on that. I mean, I think we all thought it, but...
Yeah, I mean, my friend and I had this whole plan, and it was ruined when she bailed, so I figured I would still go through with my half of the plan, just with, like, Bumble Dude.
But don't you think it's weird? Like, it's kind of weird to, like, go out and do that on your own when the other person you're with isn't in the same state of mind.
I'm not going to say I totally thought it through, no, but I regret very little. I had a blast.
Okay.
Do you see, like, the possibility, at least, that when we got separated and then you found me again, that it wasn't actually me that you found?
I mean, maybe.
Tara!
But I swear he looked like you. You were wearing a blue shirt, right?
It was more of a green, but no.
All right.
You were wearing a shirt.
Wait, hold up. Does that mean, Tara, that you think that there's a possibility you made out with some random dude thinking it was Ben?
I mean, kind of, maybe. It's possible. I was having a fun night.
Hey!
It sounds like you were.
Okay. Well, this is definitely making a little more sense.
Okay.
I get it.
Well, Ben, would you like to go out on a second date with Tara now that she's,
Sober?
not high?
It's really fun.
I think fun is subjective. I was not having all that much fun.
Wait a minute, Ben. Hold on. So, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that I thought I made out with you, but it was another guy. And, it got out of control, but we could definitely still, have fun. I'm not always that, out there and, high.
I don't know, Jared. It was really strange. I don't know what to make of it, really.
Maybe next time we could do something a little more chill, like coffee.
Yeah, what do you think, Ben? Pop a Molly and go to Starbucks.
If that's just a little bit out of control, I don't want to be around for the day when things get a lot out of control.
Yeah.
All right.
That is a good thought. You're planning for your future, Ben.
Hey, man, you are totally missing out. I'm a blast.
Okay.
Well, you're lost.
Tara, I'm sorry you didn't get a second date. And Ben, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, definitely. This was interesting.
Yeah. And I bet the random dude that she made out with wants to thank you, too.
Yeah, seriously, who was that guy?
Tara, if you ever find him, call back. We'll do a second date or awkward Tuesday or something like that, okay?
There we go.
MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The girl on the phone to do a second date update today spent her first date in my own personal hell.
Uh-oh. Chuck E. Cheese?
No, worse than that for me.
Really?
They spent an afternoon together at Target.
I love Target. Are you kidding
I know
me?
you do, but as a guy who've had many girlfriends who like to wake him up Sunday morning when he's hungover and go, let's go to Target and walk around for a while, it hurts me to my core to have to talk about this. Her name is Lucia. She's on the phone right now. And apparently, yeah, for her first date, her and this guy went to Target. Lucia, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh my God, did you go on your date and then come back with the best curtains and that candle that you didn't know that you needed when you left Target?
No, that's not what happened.
That's why it takes 17 hours to go there.
Oh, they have such good stuff.
Lucia, how does one go on a first date to Target anyway?
Well, in my situation, the guy's name is Terrence. I met him at a work function, and he asked me out, and I said yes. So I waited a few days and hit him up and said, hey, I'm going to Target. Do you want to come? And he said yes.
That's impressive, because if you would have said this, we would have been like, I'm super busy today, but maybe we could go to dinner or something sometime.
Well, I feel like, dinner, pressure, it comes with dinner, and it's like then you got to think what you're going to talk about and the whole thing.
Well, how was the date at Target?
I thought the date went really, really well. We had a lot of fun. We looked at quilts and and lots of, and then I suggested that we go to the movies, which was next door.
Okay.
Okay, so that you turned it into a legit date. You didn't just go shopping for a half hour. You guys did the movie too.
Well, that's what I do. I invite a guy to Target. If I like him enough, then we'll continue after Target, go see a movie.
You said this is what I do. Does that mean you take all of your dates to Target?
Yes.
Really?
I mean, well,
I've never heard of anybody taking a date to Target ever.
Well, when you're dating someone, you're trying to find out what you have in common. And when you go to a restaurant, it takes about an hour. It takes much longer. So if you go to Target, you can figure that out in 15 minutes.
I guess, yeah, you can tell what kind of stuff they want to see, where they want to shop, what kind of clothes they like. You can do all that.
That's what I'm telling you. I think it's awesome. If someone doesn't like Target, then you know right away it's not going to work.
I will say there's a lot of opportunity for good conversation starters, right?
Exactly. You see things that spark your interest. Hey, do you have this in your house? Hey, funny story, I burnt something on using that iron,
Some people meet at Starbucks to see if the conversation is good over coffee. You just like to do it over Massimo or whatever they sell there. So did you guys end up going to the movie?
No. He said that he had to go because he didn't have any time.
Oh, so he wasn't feeling it then.
Well, I believed him, but then when I hit him up a few days later, he never responded.
So he hasn't said anything to you since your Target experience?
No.
Did he seem bored, or did he seem fully engaged and having fun?
I know when we got to the DVD section, we had a bunch of laughs there.
I bet.
I don't know.
Talking about all the different kinds of movies you've seen.
Yeah. I thought it was a good date.
Do you think he thought it was a date, or he was just hanging out with his new friend at Target?
Well, here's the thing. He asked me out, so I feel like he knew it was a date.
Yeah, but did he ask you out to go somewhere, and then you just texted him and were like, I'm about to go to Target in an hour. Do you want to join me?
Yes.
Okay, because if I were him, I'd be like, oh, she doesn't really want to date me. She just sort of wants to be friends or something.
But then you'd still say yes to the movie at the end, right?
I don't know, not necessarily, because I might think, hey, it's just my buddy, and now she wants to go see a movie, and we're going to sit there and share popcorn, and maybe not even share popcorn.
So you think that he thinks that I just want to be friends?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying a possibility is. That could be one of the reasons why he's not calling you back.
Well, I made it clear on my text messages that I'd like to go out with him again, so I don't really know how that would be the case.
Okay, and he said nothing back to you at all?
Nothing.
How many times have you tried to get a hold of him?
I mean, I don't want to, stalk him and scare him off, but I mean, a few times.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay. Thank you.
Hang on.
MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
We are actually learning something from today's second date update, and that's that dating has changed. No longer is it dinner. You should take your first date to a department store.
Okay.
That's right. You just walk around a place like Target and you take them over to the home furnishing sections and go, ooh, look, some Martha Stewart collection towels. What do you think about those? And then you see if they have similar interests. That's what Lucia did on her first date, and apparently that's what she's been doing for a lot of her first dates. When a guy wants to go out with her, she'll hit him up and be like, hey, I'm going to Target. Do you want to come with me? And if they seem like they have a lot in common and they like the same things at Target, then she'll be like, let's go to the movies or something after and continue the date. If not, then she just splits and goes like, yeah, that guy's a jerk.
Like a pre-date.
And her most recent Target date is a guy named Terrence that she met at a work function. They went and hung out at Target. She really liked him. She invited him to the movies after. He said, oh, I got to go. And he hasn't talked to her ever since. All right, Lucia, are you ready to call him and see why he's not getting back to you?
I'm ready.
Lucia, can I ask you, what's your success rate with the Target test?
Well, that's how I met my last boyfriend.
Okay.
Okay.
So apparently it works for you. All right, well, I'm about to dial Terrence's phone number, see if we can get him on the phone and find out why he's not calling you back, okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Terrence, please?
This is Terrence.
Hey, Terrence, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Sorry, from what?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Okay.
Okay, how you doing?
I don't understand. Why are you calling me?
I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and they're wondering why you're not calling them back.
So, you're doing a show about it?
Yeah, well, it's a segment we do on our show called the Second Date Update. You recently went on a date with a girl named Lucia.
Okay.
Well, Lucia emailed us and told us about your little Target experience, and she says that she's asked you out a few times after that, and you just aren't responding to her, so she's wondering if you didn't want to see her again or if she did something wrong on your date.
Well, I mean, if you call a date like walking around Target and like shopping, just like getting stuff.
By the way, I want to point out, I told her how weird it sounds to take somebody on a date to Target.
Yeah, but if you don't like a person, why are you going to agree to go hang out with them at Target? Like, you liked her at the beginning of this.
Well, I mean, yeah, and she's like cool and she's really cute, which is like, I mean, I'm like a really simple dude. I'm down to hang out at Target. I just didn't really know what the deal was, We're like walking around, she's like shopping, like she got like a towel set and toothpaste and like toilet paper, just like she's like shopping.
Right.
Okay.
And I got like some Twizzlers because I love Twizzlers.
And they have them there, which is great. They have everything.
Totally. But we're like in the checkout line, right? And I'm like behind her, and she's running all her stuff, and it comes out to like $96.
Mm-hmm.
The checkout person is like tells her the total, and she turns and looks at me, and she says, "Are you gonna get this?"
Nuh-uh.
She had you buy her stuff at Target?
I didn't know what to do.
What did you do?
I paid for it.
You paid for her stuff at Target.
I mean, well, I was like, what? I didn't know if we were on a date. I thought maybe she's like, gonna give me cash, like she didn't have any, or like pay me, like say I'll write you a check or I'll pay.
Yeah.
Like,
What when she first? Okay, so when she turned to you and said, "Are you gonna pay for this?" What was your first reaction to her? Because I would have laughed and been like, "No."
I just like we're in line, it's like there are people behind us, so I kind of just panicked and I gave the checkout lady my card.
Uh-huh. And she didn't offer to reimburse you at any point. Like, I forgot my credit card, I'll pay you back later type of situation.
I don't even know if she said thank you.
What?
Really?
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard.
Is it like paying for dinner, though?
No.
You feel like she used you to buy her groceries or something?
I don't feel like she used me. She totally used me.
honestly, like, if that's how she is, it was a pretty cheap lesson. You know what I mean? I'm glad that I learned it at the start.
Yeah.
She says she really likes you. That's the thing.
Well, would you like me if I bought you your groceries?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I would. I would really appreciate that. Maybe you and I should hang out sometimes since you like doing that for people, Terrence. So I also need to let you know that Lucia is actually on the other line listening to this conversation, too.
No way.
Yep.
Yes, I am.
Hey.
I'm so confused what's going on right now. I don't understand anything.
What are you confused about? You made me buy your groceries.
Well, I thought we were on a date and you were a gentleman, and everybody knows on a first date the gentleman pays.
No. No.
Are you Lucia?
They pay.
What are
Lucia,
you talking about?
they don't normally pay for your groceries at Target.
Yes, they do. That's how I found my last boyfriend. And other guys don't seem to have a problem.
It just sounds like you're using men to just pay for your lifestyle.
No, it was a first date. He should have paid, you know? He would have paid the same amount for dinner. We just got towels and stuff.
But that's the thing on a date, like, you both do something together, like you have dinner, and you both have dinner.
And
this is different because I'm just buying your
No, didn't we spend time together? Like, that was part of the date. We had fun together. We spent time. That's what you do. And I shared stories with you. See, sharing. I shared.
What?
And the guy pays on the first date.
Are you joking with this right now?
Look, I have taken plenty of guys to Target, and they don't seem to have an issue.
Well, they don't have an issue because you probably never hear from them again.
No, they're just different. You're cheap, and they're not.
Are you guys hearing this? I mean, this is what I'm up against. Am I crazy here or what?
No.
No, I don't think...
She's a nut job.
This is what happens. This is what has worked for me in the past. And I genuinely thought he was a nice guy.
Okay,
but clearly I was wrong.
Yeah, not only that, but you're the one that asked him out. So even if you guys were going to dinner, you should have been the one paying. I mean, that's kind of the general rule, right?
Well, no, technically, he asked me out on the first date.
Okay.
Right?
And then
I just happened to be going to Target.
And you made that date Target, and you thought he should have been a gentleman and paid for your first date at Target.
Exactly. So I'm completely innocent in all this. I mean, it was a first date. He should have paid,
You know what?
right?
Yep,
Oh,
Lucia, you were exactly right. And I'm sorry that he's overreacting about that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm sorry.
Stop it. She's going to take you seriously.
She should take me seriously. Lucia,
You are overreacting.
yes, he is, right, Lucia? But would you like to go out with him again, though? We'll pay for a second date, wherever you want to go, Walmart even.
Before I would have said yes, but not now.
Really?
No, I'm not interested in going out with someone who doesn't know proper etiquette for a first date.
And I think you're completely justified, Lucia. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I don't want to go out with him, but you guys, I mean, for participating, I wouldn't mind the gift card.
Some gift cards?
You want the gift? You want the dinner even though you're not getting a second date?
Well, this has been very stressful.
It has been. Lucia, no, Lucia, you're right. This has been stressful for you. And he was kind of a jerk about the whole thing. I'm sorry, Terrence, but you were. He was.
Oh, my God.
So, you know what? I'm going to put you on hold, and then I'm going to get you a bunch of gift cards, okay?
No, Jubal.
Yeah.
You're such a liar.
You're welcome. Hang on the phone, okay?
Okay, love you guys.
You too.
Dude, you are not making things better. That girl is nuts.
I just want to do more second date updates with her. I know we're going to get more.
Brooke and Jubal.